says, of all the places you wanted to fucking teleport us, you brought us right in front of the king's nose.
Yeah, because I have to warn the fucking king. So you should probably leave. Go slink off into your little hole. And maybe warn your people.
He looks like he's about to punch you.
There is a 1,000-year-old dragon burning down a city with over 100 giants right now. I don't have time.
Remember, the only reason that any of that worked back there is because of me.
Yeah. Do you want a prize?
Let's get this battle underway. We're going down. Get down, get down. Jungle boogie.
I am sorry, I am trying to be helping, but...
What happened to Trinia?
She just disappeared.
I did...
We lost the kid.
I am not understanding. She just got hit by one of those raisins. She disappeared. She is gone.
And Arabella said I turned to stone?
You were a statue. Must come back.
You know what? I just give him a hug. A big jockey hug.
Okay.
This is not the time!
All right, Majenko flies over. Labrisa, I've got you!
Can he do a flyby heal?
Sure.
Get out! Get out! No!
Sure, he'll go right there.
You can read that there is a contemplation about the others in the room and their responses, regardless of what his answer is.
As in, he's concerned about what his response will be because of the people in the room.
Yes.
I kill everybody else in the room. It is Toivo's turn. Toivo appears, closes his eyes as you explain what's going on, turns its head to look at, or to its head so it's facing the Hound of Tindalos. So Matt and Brian, you hear the cat just growl real low and dangerous. Nick, you hear meow meow, I can smell you, meow meow meow. Roll your attacks, please.
And as I'm doing it, I hold Tango out on one hand, and I just think to him, or I say in Dinosaur, like King of the World, as we like, and then I like get off like nothing happened.
That's funny. Nick's chuckling at it. Nick probably makes some sort of like, this isn't Titanic. Hate me like one of your French girls, Matt.
Doesn't look like it on our side.
He doesn't have that prepared. He is going to. He's gonna unload one of his most powerful spells at all of you.
Fuck.
Magic missile.
Kill.
So Brianna took part in a nightmare ritual as a child. Yes. You feel one of them being activated in the museum.
Okay.
Brianna, I'd like you to make a concentration check to maintain your casting of the spell.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
I will treat this as violent motion because this is violent to your emotions.
And I apologize. Remind me again what I'm rolling. My my charisma ability modifier, or
this is a concentration check.
Somebody redeem a complication quick.
My
So it's a
apologies.
Has redeemed
Yes!
a complication.
It is a D20 plus your caster level plus your ability modifier.
Thank you.
So you see that guy shows up and swings at you, and it scrapes across your armor as you cast your spell.
Go. Mithril breastplate, bitch.
He just side eyes you and looks at Arabella and says, "Of all the places you wanted to fucking teleport us, you brought us right in front of the king's nose."
Yeah, because I have to warn the fucking king. So you should probably leave. Go slink off into your little hole. And maybe warn your people.
He looks like he's about to punch you.
There is a 1,000-year-old dragon burning down a city with over 100 giants right now. I don't have time.
Remember, the only reason that any of that worked back there is because of me.
Yeah. Do you want a prize?
Let's get this battle underway. We're going down. Get down, get down. Jungle boogie.
I am sorry, I am trying to be helping, but
What happened to Trinia?
she just disappeared.
I did.
We lost the kid.
I am not understanding. She just got hit by one of those raisins. She disappeared. She is gone.
And Arabella said I turned to stone?
You were a statue. Must come back.
You know what? I just give him a hug. A big chalky hug.
Okay.
This is not the time!
All right, Majenko flies over. Larissa, I've got you!
Can he do a flyby heal?
Sure.
Get out! Get out! No!
Sure, he'll go right there.
You can read that there is a contemplation about the others in the room and their responses, regardless of what his answer is.
As in, he's concerned about what their his response will be because of the people in the room.
Yes.
I kill everybody else in the room. It is Toivo's turn. Toivo appears, closes his eyes as you explain what's going on, turns its head to look at, or to its head so it's facing the Hound of Tyndalos. So Matt and Brian, you hear the cat just growl real low and dangerous. Nick, you hear meow meow, I can smell you, meow meow meow. Roll your attacks, please.
And as I'm doing it, I hold Tango out on one hand, and I just think to him, or I say in Dinosaur, like King of the World, as we like, and then I like get off like nothing happened.
That's funny. Nick's chuckling at it. Nick probably makes some sort of like, this isn't Titanic. Paint me like one of your French girls, Matt.
Doesn't look like it on our side.
He doesn't have that. He doesn't have that prepared. He is going to. Oh, he's gonna unload one of his most powerful spells at all of you.
Fuck.
Magic missile.
You killed.
So Brianna took part in a nightmare ritual as a child.
Yes.
You feel one of them being activated in the museum.
Okay.
Brianna, I'd like you to make a concentration check to maintain your casting of the spell.
Oh, shit. Okay.
I will treat this as violent motion because this is violent to your emotions.
And I apologize. Remind me again what I'm rolling. My
Your
charisma ability modifier, or
This is a concentration check.
Somebody redeem a complication.
Across the stars, through time and space, we wake again in a different place. Memories flicker, a life untold. Stories rewritten, but never grown old. We carry the echoes of battles before. Blades in our hands, but fate keeps the score. Who pulls the strings? Who holds the key? The gods are watching the old school 3. We're lost in the echoes, caught in the tide. Worlds keep on shifting, but we're still inside. 3 brave and lost heroes, torn in two, fighting for answers they never knew. Rift wardens whisper, the black fire burns. Prophecies written in lessons unlearned. Mythic born power from lives we once led. But why do we rise when we should be dead? We dance in the shadows, fate calls our name. 3 gods are playing their infinite game. Who holds the strings? Who holds the key? The gods are watching the old school 3. We're lost in the echoes, caught in the tide. Worlds keep on shifting, but we're still inside. 3 brave and lost heroes, torn in two, fighting for answers they never knew. We've seen these faces, we've walked these roads, but time resets and the cycle goes. Are we the players, or are we the pawns? Trapped in the story, but still moving on. We're lost in the echoes, caught in the tide. Bound to the wheel, but we stand with pride. 3 brave and lost heroes, torn in two. We'll break the cycle, or see it renewed.
Hello, everybody. Welcome on in to the Old School 3 Tabletop RPG Pathfinder First Edition campaign. Appreciate all of you being in here. It's a little bit later than we usually do, but shenanigans had ensued, and we had to quick pivot on all of the things. But I appreciate all of you being here. welcome in. It is Movember, so if you want to donate, !Movember, !Mo. And I haven't tested it yet, but I think my Movember my Movember emote will also trigger the Mo. There it is. The Movember emote will also trigger it. So if you want to use that Movember emote to get up the link, you can do that as well. Feel free to use that Movember emote anywhere that you want to help raise awareness for all things Movember. So welcome on in, everybody. This is Pathfinder First Edition. As I said, I am joined by the amazing Matt and Brian. Brian's, for some reason, I got Brian off-center. How did I get Brian there? I wonder if all of my things are off. Let me, I'll adjust that. I had to adjust myself because I'm like, I was off too on mine.
And I didn't know if it was my camera or...
Oh, is it like that in Zoom? I don't know.
Yeah, I'll fix me in Zoom.
That's all right. It's not a big deal. That being said, guys, we are playing this campaign.
I'm centered in Zoom. Okay.
This game is set in the United Galarian, a game campaign series world that Matt is the main GM of, and these are some of my little ties. I also make sure to tie this into some of the other little things that have happened, some of the other things that I have run in the past, as well as tying into some of the other larger overscale things that happen that sometimes might show up in the stream, might show up in Stolen Souls, might show up in other campaigns as well. As a reminder, Stolen Souls is on break until probably February, until season 2. Season 2, that's what I'm calling it. I'm calling that season 1, and season 2 starts in February. So with that being said, guys, let's get into the recap. I'm gonna read the thing. At first I was sitting there, I was like, so the reason it took me a while to do the recap is because I was like, there's not really a recap. We just had combat. And then the more I thought about it, I was like, oh no, there was all kinds of shit that happened. All kinds of shit. So with that being said, previously on the Old School 3. That's where there should be like a sound effect. The battle inside the old Iamadean Abbey turned winery reached its deadly peak. As the battle began, what began as a hunt for a fleeing vampire became a desperate struggle for survival against not one, but two powerful foes. A witch and her vampiric sister. Spells of confusions, clouds of mist,
Usually you pay double for that kind of action, Cotton.
2 of them. Boom, we did get double. Double the action, double the penicillin. Spells of confusions, clouds of mist, and waves of dark magic filled the air as the Old School 3 fought for their lives. Nick, calling on his hunter's bond, used his enchanted whistle to summon his long-lost tiger companion, the same beast he had sent away much earlier to distract the charmed guards. With claws and steel united, the tide finally started to turn. But not without a cost. Each hero stood on the edge of death before finally striking down their enemies once and for all. In the aftermath, they uncovered some dark and fascinating discoveries. First, the formulas for the Bloodbrew Elixir, the components for a creation, and research detailing how the elixir could be used as a component in another formula to create vampires without a sire. Among the witches' private notes, they learned another shocking secret. One of this witch's versions of the vampire sire potion also granted resistance to sunlight. Of course, deeper within the lab, they also found something even more valuable. The remainder of a Sun Orchid elixir itself, as well as more notes. Combined with these notes, these formulas, the Sun Orchid elixir, the Bloodbrew elixir, the vampire sire potion, and the information that they deciphered from the skull that they retrieved earlier, Matt realized in his looking over the things something that no one had noticed before. That if studied and perfected, this unholy research could, in theory, potentially, create an actual cure for vampirism. There would need to be more research, more notes, and a powerful alchemist or witch. But the witches that were here had never seen this possibility. They were blinded by greed. But the old school 3, they figured it out. As they explored the final floor of the Abbey, well, the final room of the upper floor of the Abbey, they entered a small study, wherein a headless skeleton lay upon a table, surrounded by scattered parchments and unfinished rituals. Another mystery waiting to be uncovered? Perhaps. Perhaps not. And that is where we continue the story tonight of the Old School 3. The three of you are in the room over in the corner here in the map. You can see the skeleton, the headless skeleton, of which you guys already kind of figured might match the skull that you guys smashed.
Yep. Who needs some healing while we're because I know Brian's kind of messed up.
I think you're the only one left in need of being healed. I think everybody else healed up.
Okay.
Yeah, my fast healing took care of me.
Yeah, he had fast healing. I used potions and stuff. While you guys were searching for shit, Nick was healing.
Okay. So as we're going through this, I'm gonna do a little healing on myself.
All right.
Are you gonna use spells or are you gonna use like wand?
I don't think I have a wand of healing.
So I have a wand with 9 charges I'll let you use.
Okay.
It's cure light, but this would figure save your spells.
Okay.
For emergency purposes.
Or like other cool things you can do and not waste them on healing.
I will use your wand.
Cool. Just let me know how many charges so I can keep track of it on my end.
Will do.
Just remember, if you shake it more than twice.
Just means you're in for a good time.
No, Matt. You're in for a good time. He's shaking your wand.
Don't kink shame us.
I'm not. I'm just saying. If you shake it more than twice.
Bum, bum, bum. Anything else there? Okay. Cool. Yeah, I want to go over her bones and see if there's other things inscribed on the rest of her stuff. Wow, you're rolling like Nick rolls attributes.
That's right. Except for apparently at Twin Cities Con. One of the games you roll your stats and it takes 2 minutes to make a character. One of them is you roll just a die 10 and those become your stats for your skills. And I rolled like 8, 8, 7. Nice. It was like I had no dump stats, and it was like not fun because I was like, because the DCs, if you have high stats, the DCs are pretty good. Because then you're rolling die 10s and then adding them to your score. And so I was like, well, I already got an 8. It takes like a 9 for a partial success. So I only needed a 1 on the dice to get partial successes.
Oh, wow. Well, go you being amazing.
Yeah. I actually kind of, later I was like, I'm just going to pretend I got like a 3 in this stat. So I at least had something where I could fail.
Makes sense.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I used 5 charges, Matt.
All right.
Messing with the camera again.
So Matt, go ahead and roll your perception as you look over or you can roll a medicine or a heal check if you'd like.
Okay. Medicine. Sorry, heal or did you? What was the other one?
Heal or perception.
Heal or perception.
Both will give you different results, but you can only pick one.
I'm gonna go with perception because I get a free inspiration point when I do perception.
Okay.
And I am running low of everything that I have to help with rolls.
That's fair.
2 plus a 38.
So you realize that this is put together and it looks like it's just missing the head. Like all of the other bones and pieces are in fact intact. You also realize that some of the bones have notches and scrapes and etchings in them. You don't, and you see where they all are. Like each bone has different like markings or etchings or scratches in them. Some of them could be like just combat damage on the bones.
Okay.
But not all of them. So there is something else. What that is, you're not entirely sure of.
Okay. The bones that do have things that look like actual etchings, do they go all around the bones, or like those?
No, they're individual.
That...
They're individual to the bones.
Oh, I meant, is it like a bone might just have one mark, or is it all around the actual bone itself?
They're all a little bit different.
Okay.
They're not all the same. It's not uniform, and they're not the same.
Okay, so this is like a library.
Correct.
What I would like to do while we're here, I'm assuming there's like ink and like scroll paper or...
Go ahead and make a perception check. Brian, what would you like to do?
Well, so the first 30 seconds or so, I'll be using the wand to heal myself up. But I think once that's done, and
if you'd like to make that heal check, you are welcome to, but you get to do one or the other.
My heal check is not great, so no, I think I'm going to instead let's see, we already grabbed gear off of those other guys because I remember we took notes on that before.
Yes.
At least I'm pretty sure we did.
Yes.
I think I'm just gonna I'll ask Matt, hey, do you need some help or
yeah, if you could get some clay or wax. There's some of these bones that have iconography on it, and I want to either take like wax and roll the bones out on them to leave the impression so we can read them as like they were a scroll, or do the same thing with clay, because it's kind of hard to read in a round bone, but if I can get everything laid out, probably be easier to read.
Sure. You know what? I'll head out and fly. I'll actually kind of jump out the window and fly out. And actually, before I go next to the river where I might find clay, hopefully, crossing fingers, but before I do that, I'm going to make a couple of maybe big circular passes just to see, because we had all of those charmed guards and kind of want to keep an eye on them, or keep an eye to see if they're still hanging around, or if
so you go
if
out,
us taking them out, taking out their masters has caused them to.
You go out and you're going to need to roll a perception check.
I would love
to find them. Matt, you're looking around in the room, and Nick overhears what you're saying. Nick starts looking at the bones. There are parchments, but there's no ink, and there's a heavy film of dust other than on the table itself, where the witches were doing stuff on the table. But they don't have any actual like ink in here. Now, you can get ink. The alchemy room has stuff. They had ink. They were alchemists. They were witches. They write shit down. There is ink. It's just not in this room. But there is parchments and paper and lots of books, heavy and thick with stuff. Nick looks over the bones, and Nick is able to point out which bones have etchings that are from damage, and which etchings were put there purposefully.
Ooh.
I.e., what you're trying to do. Because if you tried to do it without knowing which ones were which, you would have gotten absolutely nothing. But now you'll be able to figure out exactly what these etchings and runes are. With that being said, the ones that, with the information that Nick has, you could probably just write them down by hand.
Okay.
Because all of the ones that you weren't sure, a lot of those were just actually from damage. Combat damage or strength, or like, hey, this was a broken bone and it just broke in such a way, or there's the spell where your bones actually like take damage, bone shaker.
Yep.
So like a lot of it's from stuff like that.
Cool.
Also, Nick is also able to tell you that the etchings took place after the body was killed.
Well, that makes sense, because that would be like, I know this was a Hague, but dear Lord, if someone's like, hey, let me carve onto your bones while you're still using them.
Some of them do it to themselves. They enchant it, so if they die, like the tattoo things.
My bones say explosive runes.
Yeah, right?
Yikes.
So yeah, I'll go out and grab some ink and some paper and start just writing down information we find.
Okay. Sounds good. Brian, you got a 29 on your perception.
I did.
You eventually find the guards, and they're like 3.5 miles away.
Oh, okay.
They're a ways away. It takes you a while to get there and find. Like, you see them off in the distance, and then you eventually get there and you find them, and just from the sky, they're like standing around like they don't know where the fuck they are or who they like. They're doing that John Travolta thing.
Sure.
In the meme, they're kind of doing that, and you can't really hear them because if you get low enough, they'll see you.
And I'm not necessarily trying to follow them per se. I just wanted to make sure, like, if I land down by the river, they're not in the immediate area more than anything. So if I know they're far enough away, I will go land and search the riverbank there to see if I can find some clay.
Go ahead and roll a perception as you go to the riverbank.
I got a 13.
We're going to move you up to the riverbank. Luckily, the external location is the same.
Sorry, Brian, it was a DC 15 to see the van down by the river.
So you
That's
end
how
up
they
down
get you.
Roughly where you're at on the map. And you see this little out-jutting piece of land here?
Okay.
You're in there and you're like looking, because you have to like get in the water, right? Because you're like, you need to get into where the thick of it is. And so you walk out into the water, and as you get about waist deep, you realize there's an entry cave underwater.
Interesting.
And you actually see light coming from it. A flickering light, almost like it were fire.
Okay. I am going to okay, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna quickly take a blank page from my music book or whatever and write down, found a cave entrance in the river that is lit, going to check it out. Then I will cast Unseen Servant and give it to the servant and tell it to go up to the second floor and give it one of the two moving people that are still up there.
Your corgi could take it. Your demon corgi could do it too.
Well, that's true.
Then
Saves
don't
you a
have to
spell
spend
slot for something else.
That's
cool.
true. That'll save me a spell. So never mind. I'll save the spell and be like, "Hey, Visage, can you run this up to the guys? Actually, can you just tell them I'm checking out a cave?"
Yeah, I can.
Will you?
If that's what you want, sure.
I was waiting for that.
Yes, please. I just let them know where I'm at, and I'm going in, and I kind of point down. I'm going in there.
Okay, don't get yourself killed.
No promises.
Back to Matt.
Yes.
You start etching out the etchings, runes. And you start to get them. It's probably going to take you a little while.
Yep.
So, is there anything else you want to do while you're doing this, or just writing the runes out?
Just writing the runes out. Like, I just want to make sure that we have all this information down. So I'm cool just taking time to do it.
All right. Nick kind of just peruses the books and looks over them because he's got nothing else really to do. Because and he can help you with the etchings, but he doesn't want it. He can identify the thing, so he'll be like, that's a sword mark. That's from a spell. That's his 10 cents on the stuff. So you guys sort through the bones, and you have to take the bones apart. You rolled high enough, and Nick rolled high enough to know that there might be significance to how the skeleton was put together. So you guys also make notes of that. Because Nick made a high enough thing. The skeleton was put together in the bone structural way that a human would be put together.
Not how a hag is
Except for their hag bones. In other words, the witches might not have known that she was actually a hag.
Did we find out what type of hag she was? That I don't remember.
Yes, you did. Does Nick remember now? No. Was it important? I don't.
The witch fires told us.
Yeah, they did.
Any books in here about that type of hag?
Yes.
Okay. Just to try to rearrange those.
There are different a lot of different monster entries. There's also a lot of books on healing and a lot of military style books.
Okay.
I.e., those are kind of your three main research information. So if you make heal checks, if you make history, I believe is for strategy, for military strategy is history.
Yep. Or profession military.
Yeah, but it's the history for in this particular case. And then I'm trying to remember what hags are. Whatever the identifying hags.
Local. Well, unless there's one or two that are knowledge planes, so it does depend.
It's local. It's local. It's for the common hags.
Okay.
So you'll get a +2 on any of those checks, provided you use the library.
Cool.
While you are here.
I am here, and it's going to take time anyways, so might as well.
Yeah.
Use the library.
You don't have any rolls right now, but there may be a case for which.
Cool.
Brian.
Yes. Hey, I'm back down there. Kind of.
So you find yourself in that upper left-hand slot that you see.
Okay.
And literally you get underwater and you get to where the cave is, and there's like an air seal, like a bubble. And it's just natural. It's the air pressure just holds it right there.
Okay.
So it doesn't get out, but it like holds it at the wall. So you walk in and it just kind of does that bloop. And it moves a little bit. It has like about a foot fluctuation back and forth, but it's just the air pressure of the building keeps it that way. Like this, the Abbey is designed to create airflow and air pressure in the lower chamber to the water that way.
Interesting. Okay.
That's why the doors are sealed the way they are and done the way they are.
Cool.
At least that's what you're guessing.
Sure. I will enter in so that way I don't have to continue holding my breath.
Okay.
Just curious, is this just like stone?
No, that's webs. That's webbing. And big, thick, heavy webbing.
I pull out my pistol.
As Nick's like looking for the rest of his notes.
Actually, I pull out my pistol and then I'm looking at it. I tilt it down to let the water pour out of it.
Yeah. Luckily, it's magical.
Luckily, it is magical. And then I will how tall is the cave? Is it about
Oh, it's big enough for a large creature to fit through.
so like at least 10 feet tall?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Good luck, Brian.
You can always turn around.
It's fine. It's fine.
You can always turn around.
You guys will hear the gunshots. You'll hear the gunshots.
You can always turn around if you'd like.
It'll be fine. It'll be fine.
Brian's famous last words. Brian has learned nothing from the stair incident.
I mean, I have learned don't step on old stairs.
Uh-huh.
And
These
nothing
aren't
said
stairs.
about I'm not on any old stairs. So I call that a win. Let's do all right. I will try to stealthily start moving forward.
Go ahead and roll a stealth.
I would be happy to. I got a Of course. You know, hey. Good game. Good game. All right. Next character is an ogre brawler. Just saying.
Old school 2 in 1 month.
Yep.
And yeah, I'm gonna start moving towards because it looks like there's maybe an entryway over here.
Well, you can just stop right there.
Right where I'm at?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Where is my art for this?
Is it because I win? Am I winning?
No.
Okay.
No. You are not winning at all.
Okay. Okay.
Apparently it never loaded. And so I have to do this shit again. Which is fine. I'll just re-upload it and it'll be fine. It'll be fine. Everything's fine. All right. Layers. Token layer. All right. So as you approach stealthily, you see one of the webs moves. It is Shift Z, and you see that peeks out, looking at you.
Oh,
I like the teenager's drawing or the person's drawing way better than any of the actual art.
That's fair. It's a cool drawing.
Yeah.
Hello there. Sorry to invade your area here. I didn't mean to disturb you. Do you understand the words I'm saying? Does it look like she comprehends?
You can go ahead and roll a sense motive.
I would love to. Let's see, that's for my performance singing, so 15, 18.
So I got that going, which is nice.
Indeed.
All right. Since I'm an investigator and paladin, should my class be called Paligator Invested in? Hello, Midwest Mini Guy. Welcome on in.
I like that.
Yes.
Paligator.
It seems very intelligent and seems to comprehend your exact words. And in fact, you realize that it didn't like stick its head out of the web. It shape changed to have a humanoid upper half.
Oh, okay.
And as you see, it shifts and then shifts into with a humanoid lower half. It still has very spider-like features.
Sure. Does it still have like the double eyes
yes, it
thing
does.
or whatever?
It does.
Okay.
And she's got like long spindly legs and long spindly arms, but they look strong.
Okay.
And she looks at you and goes, "Why for are you in here? For what reason do you come into my domain?"
Well, and my apologies. I didn't know this was your domain, but we were actually hired by an individual who owns the upper floors, I guess you could say. And well, the two vampire witch ladies that were upstairs, well, one of them may have been a vampire or two. It's a little confusing because they had this, at any rate. But the ones that were upstairs, and one that was down here but then was upstairs, we had to clear them off the premises. I admit the person who owns the upper floors, I'm guessing, probably doesn't know about you, or maybe has made a deal with you. I don't know.
The lady has made deals, yes, but has reneged with her newest servants.
Well,
thank you, Lyric Lost, for the tier 1 sub. I appreciate you. Welcome on in.
And you know, maybe I can help to make an understanding with you and the lady that, because admittedly, the servants that she had sent turned out to be these characters that were here for illicit means and had also taken advantage of the lady that had made the negotiation with you, I believe. Truth be told, I was just wanting to make sure things were kind of clear down here in terms of the vampire ladies, witch ladies' influences, and make sure none of their henchmen were down here hiding or causing a ruckus.
Did you destroy the blood monster?
out of character? Did we destroy a blood monster? I feel like we did, didn't we?
It's up to your discretion whether what you think that translation is.
Could you describe the blood monster?
Very large, smelled of blood. Nothing but blood. No bones, very little sinew. Armor, dark armor.
We did fight
You remember the guy that every time Matt hit him, he exploded in blood.
Oh, that guy. Yes. We did.
Most things I hit explode in blood.
We did defeat him.
Yeah, but that one bathed you in blood.
We did defeat him, I believe. That
did you defeat the night vampire?
Okay, now I'm wondering if the blood guy was the guy that Matt fought, or if that was the blood vampire.
What about the constructs that were once in place here, and now put under the influence of those that were?
Well, the constructs we were told to try to leave be, if at all possible, because they are part of the lady that you negotiated with as...
What became of my children turned against me?
Oh, we took care of
Congratulations,
those.
you guys didn't kill any of the spider swarms.
Oh, nice.
Remember, you did not attack any of the spider swarms.
Yep.
They all kept getting away. Or you just chose not to attack them.
We didn't deal with them. We avoided them. Admittedly, not everybody is always a
What became of the guardian servants? Do they live or do they die?
You're asking a lot of questions. Which guardian servants are you referring to?
The guardian servants.
Tell you what, and I will reholster my pistol and kind of have my hands out.
She watches you very closely.
I promise I mean you no harm. Perhaps we can take a quick peek to maybe show you what we did. Maybe that might be
I will
the
not
best.
move from my chambers until I am concerned and until I am certain that it is safe.
I see. Well, I can speak for myself to say that I will not cause you any harm, provided you also do not seek harm to me. I will talk to my 2 associates to make sure they agree to those terms as well. I don't know if there are other creatures or beings down here that might seek to do you harm.
That is why I ask you who is left. Of those that I know that are here. For which I give you information. Which you do not understand. It appeals, apparently. You can go ahead and roll your sense motive.
That sounds good. 33.
You realize... Okay. So you realize, because you had asked her about what was left in the lower areas and if it was open. She was conferring to you the information of all the monsters and creatures that were on the lands. She was telling you who all was here.
Okay.
But she was doing it in such a way, asking you about them, because language is weird and she's a monster.
Okay.
She's an intelligent monster and she does know common, but it's, it's like talking to someone. Yes, I'm fully fluent, but I'm French.
So just to verify, so there was the witch, her vampire sister, who's a witch. There's the Blood Knight guy. They had some guards. They also had the guy, the befuddled workers that were upstairs. There are some golem guardians running about.
And the vampire knight.
And the vampire knight.
He who was tortured and forced, and now their servant, for which to kill everyone. Close to in power, but overcome by blood monster.
I don't think we came across that guy. At least Brian. This Brian is forgetting, but I don't think we've. I think the only vampire we fought was one of the sisters, if I recall.
Correct.
No, the vampire knight, and actually, as Brian, as for those watching, as you see the math going on behind Brian in Brian's head,
all the symbols from that meme,
all the symbols which pop up but then start crashing into each other because Brian has been apparently Brian has been a brain farting today.
Well, I mean, you're Brian.
But then
if it's you in character, it might be you in person.
To write vampire knight and pulls the pistol out, not aiming it at her, but then realizing, like, great, where the hell is this guy?
So you see the far end of the room right here is actually probably a foot thick of webbing. Like, she's walled off that facility. She's made it so nobody can get to her.
How much do you, may I ask? Okay, well then if that's the case...
she had, you're guessing she had access to the building?
I'm still going to keep the gun out because, to be quite frank, a vampire could literally ghost through stuff like that or turn into a... So I'm like, do you know or happen to know... So was this vampire knight person originally part of the place, or did they come in with the two ladies and their entourage? Did they all kind of arrive at the same time?
Overcome by them he was. By the monster, the blood monster. Valiant effort. Then under their command he became.
Okay.
Their thrall. Their thrall he was. After much torture and screams.
Okay.
He is now one of theirs. Belongs to them.
So tell you what.
Their enforcer.
Okay. I think I have a better idea of what's going on. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go back out that way, the way I came in. I'm going to let my friends know so we can search the rest of the grounds down here outside of your webbing endeavor that we are in now to make sure that we are clear of this vampire knight, as I think that's about the only one left that we haven't dealt with that I recall. And then if you're open to it, I would be happy to start up a further discussion with you.
Return to me with information. I may reward you.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm always happy to make new friends and allies, and learn more about you. I admit you're the first, to my best recollection, the first spider person. Where spider? I apologize. I don't. At any rate, admittedly, I don't I don't come across many folks of your type in my travels, at least have not yet. So I'm curious to have a discussion and know more. But I'm gonna touch base with Matt and Nick and let them know about the vampire night. Before I go, my name's Brian. May I get your name?
I am she who walks with weaves.
She who walks with weaves?
She nods.
Okay. Well, I thank you for your time. I'm glad we were able to get this discussion started. Again, sorry to intrude on your domain. And we'll just kind of back out.
She just like stares at you with those like her eyes are still jet black, and they're definitely like very predatory eyes and multiple.
Yeah.
And just stands there unmoving, unnaturally unmoving.
And I will swim back out and go back up as quickly as my legs will kick me up there to carry me, so to speak.
Matt.
Yes.
We return to you. A little bit of time goes by, and you see a corgi trots in. Big wide grin, tongue lolling. You almost hear that da 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 as he walks in from like the videos. And he walks in, and then he stands up on his hind legs and puts his paws up on the table or up on a chair, and then like boosts himself up and then sits like a human in the chair and leans one corgi arm onto the armrest of the chair, and then like starts strumming his fingers, and he's just like looking at you guys. He's like, so what are you gonna do with those bones? And he like licks his lips.
How long has it been?
Like 5 minutes, 10 minutes,
5
maybe.
minutes. Okay.
Yeah,
so
maybe like 15, because Brian had to Brian. It took him a while before he followed those guys.
Yeah, because he flew out to where the people were.
Yeah, so it's been like 15 minutes.
Okay, so he's like sitting in one of the chairs, and I'm like sitting in the other chair, and Tango's sitting on the table. Nick's at one of the chairs. Dog's on one of the chairs, and I'm just gonna like laugh to myself a little bit.
Yeah.
And then pull out a deck of cards, a bottle of the rum, and 3 of the Mwange cigars.
Okay.
Light a cigar for each of us plus the dog. Pour some rum, and then deal some poker hands.
Okay. So you're not going to research anymore?
I think after this harrowing death experience, the idea of literally playing poker with a dog while enjoying a cigar and some rum is like the best way to realize that I just escaped death once again.
Yeah. All right.
Because I was all about business until the dog sat up like a person.
The corgi.
The corgi.
With the extra wide
brain
mouth.
Just broke a little bit.
He's like, yeah, don't mind if I do. So what are we playing? And is that Mwangi stuff that Nick drinks? Nick, is that the... Oh, yeah, I'll take some of that.
Pour a little glass for all of us.
Yeah.
And I'll just be like
don't tell my wife. Don't tell my wife.
5-card. Deuces wild. And I'll take some of like the finger bones, the ones that just have like battle wounds and stuff.
Okay.
And throw them in for the kitty.
Not interested. Completely stripped. There's nothing left of them.
No. As in like.
Oh, like you're using them for chips?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I thought you meant you were giving him to the cat.
No. Because the dog wanted the bones.
So you guys play like a couple rounds.
Yeah.
Right. And then just like you guys are like chatting. Oh yeah, and this and that. And it's like, oh yeah. Yeah, right. Brian found a cave underneath. Probably some monster's den. I forgot to tell you. He's like, 2 pair. And he puts it down.
And I'm like, bold.
He looks at Nick, and Nick's like, wait, what?
Yeah, I'm like grabbing my shield and resheathing my sword. Like, okay, where did he find this cave? What?
Oh, it was underwater.
Of course it was underwater. Pull out my underwater crossbow, loading a bolt in it.
Nick's like, fucking A.
How far?
Oh, it's just outside. Well, he found the people. Well, he doesn't say that. He goes, well, he left the place and went flying for about 2.5 miles till he saw the guys, circled around, didn't give 2 shits about them. Good on him. Then came back, and then went to the water, went about waist deep into the water slowly but surely. Boy, he takes his time. And then he found the hole, and he said to come back and let you know that the hole was gone. But then I had to take a piss. You know, as you do.
Yep, as you do. I get it. Okay, well. But then, yeah, I just start making my way down.
Yeah, so you get all your stuff up. You get it packed. You get your stuff in your bag, like the bones, whatever notes, your half-written notes, all packed up. You go outside the room, and Brian walks in. Soaking wet.
Hey.
By the way, Brian, it was hard to get up here with wet feathers.
That is fair. That is fair.
I'm guessing you have prestidigitation to dry him off to fly up here, but.
Yes, actually.
Yeah. So, like, his feathers, his wings are completely dry, but he's soaking wet.
Okay.
Brian, you walk in and you see Matt and Nick super worried, completely packed up, all of their stuff packed up to come out, and they're leaving the room when they see you. And you smell cigar smoke.
So I think we missed a guy down in the basement.
You see the corgi walks out on his little tiny hind legs, walks out just standing straight up with a cigar between his paw toes in his giant mouth. He's like, oh yeah? You kill him?
God, I wish I still had a camera, because that is freaking adorable.
And keep in mind, his teeth are like 3 inches longer than they should be.
Yeah, I know, but still, I'm just saying. But so I met a person downstairs in kind of a webbed off area, a spider-ish lady, spider maybe. I don't. Maybe one of those arachnias or whatever they're called. Or maybe that's D&D. I don't remember. Anyway.
A drider?
No, not a drider.
And Nick looks at Matt and goes, "Is that just a D&D only term, or is that a Pathfinder term? Which world is that?"
It definitely wasn't.
I don't even know.
Nick's like, are we going to get sued in this other world for saying that?
Definitely wasn't a dridery type person.
Arania would make sense then, like a spider person.
Arania, that's the name. Okay, I was like banging my head against the wall. Their name is She Who Walks with Weaves.
With weaves?
Yes.
Okay.
And
she lets you know that there is something else there.
Well, we were kind of going through the laundry list of people, because apparently she had made some previous negotiations with the lady that we were doing this for, but was a bit upset when the witch and the vampire and their entourage, the sisters' entourage there, were taking over the place and spreading over and all that kind of stuff. So, but I managed to talk to them, and she seemed had kind of webbed herself into her own little area there, but you know, I was open to maybe helping with some negotiations to get whatever agreement she had set up with the
Countess?
the Countess to you know, try to reapply those terms, so to speak, or something. You know, because I think part of it was is she was getting pissed because the vampire and the sisters were tearing the place apart looking for Mama Dead Bones there. So like you do.
Did you literally see it in the other hand? In the other paw? You see the dog has like 3 finger bones and just like puts them into his mouth like they're potato chips and like starts crunching on them.
Okay, that works.
Okay, so we have to go into the basement and see and look for this other vampire. From the sounds of it, like, I guess, did you tell us what she told you about this other vampire, Brian?
Yeah, so this other vampire, I don't know if they were here originally or not. It almost seemed like they were, because it sounded like when they came in, the sisters came in, they beat the vampire up and ultimately put them under their thrall. And apparently the blood guy, night guy, helped to subdue him. It was kind of part of it.
Okay.
From the sounds of it. So
so this vampire might have been here a while at this old monastery. Did she tell
might
you
have been
its
part
name?
of the no, I did not get a name.
Nick's like, was he a vampire before they showed up or after they showed up?
From the sounds of it, yes, they were a vampire that were already here.
They were not a vampire yet.
Oh, they were not a vampire yet?
No.
Oh, so
okay.
So they defeated him and turned him into a vampire.
Turned him into a thrall.
Yeah.
Knowledge, religion, to know what happens to thralls after after the vampire that turned them dies. Like, do they?
Like, yeah, you can knowledge religion.
Free will or whatever.
Yeah, you can knowledge religion that.
I'm going to take my 10 and add my d6. Uh, 36.
Yes, generally they get free will. They become just a vampire, not under
just
anyone's
normal
command.
Vampire. Oh, this person was turned against their will. Shit. Okay. If we
Matt, roll me a memory check, which I say is it's a wisdom check, and you get skill proficiency as if you have ranks in a skill. So you get the +3.
Wow. 22.
You remember that coffin you guys burned?
Mm-hmm.
Which
so
had lots of markings as if he was counting things down and tracking things. There were also Iomedean symbols on the inside.
Yep. Oh. Well, if we find this vampire, we may have a way to reverse it. As I'm like looking at the big pad of notes and everything, it might take us a little bit. so hopefully he can hold off on, I don't know, feeding or whatever. But if he wants to be alive again, we may have the key to doing it.
Okay. Uh, should we take the coffin, I guess, down with us when we go search for him? Because I'm guessing he's down in the basement somewhere.
You don't know. You don't know that they found the coffin, Brian.
Oh, never mind.
Yeah.
So then, I guess, I mean, I'm guessing he's down in the.
Well, either in the basement or there's an upper floor we haven't been to yet, like the area over here, I think, right, Nick?
No, that's just the roof of the work area, the shed.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, probably in the basement somewhere. I'm sure there's rooms that we haven't been to yet.
Well, and I know we didn't explore all of it because we were fighting the blood guy and the.
And then you rushed upstairs.
And then we were chasing after her because she was,
Correct.
Yeah, I guess let's go.
Nick's like, what about the rest of the research? And he points over his shoulder at the skeleton, and you see the corgi is like back over there with the cigar in its head, reaching over for like one of the ones you need to like notate.
Yeah.
And he stops and he's like, what? Oh, did you need these?
Yeah, don't eat anymore.
I don't know why. I just feel the need to chew on these bones. I don't know what it is. I feel so weird sometimes. And he starts like scratching behind his ear, like with his other hand.
So I guess. I look at you two. I'm like, we can either go try to find them, or we can try to get this research and have a cure when we find him. Like, I mean, those are kind of our two choices. Find them.
You know that no matter what, you guys aren't skilled enough to make whatever it is.
Okay.
You will need somebody else to make it, and they'll have to finish the research and actually build the formula. Probably one of the people notated in the notes that's referenced a couple times.
Okay. So then I think we go find them then. Knowing that we can't finish it, we should find him to let him know that there's possibly a way to reverse what was inflicted on him.
Okay. Sounds like a plan.
Do I have any spells or anything that might help? I don't believe so.
I may have to step away for just a brief moment. River is giving me the OUT look.
Cool. When you go let River out, let us know if you can see the super G3 Northern Lights out your back.
Will do.
I was gonna hopefully go look after our game was done and see if we could see them. Holly's never seen Northern Lights with her naked eye.
We was able to see them yesterday, and it was really good. But like by 9:30, they were hidden because we got that cloud cover in.
Yeah.
So I'm like, if Brian says he can see him, it might be a good bathroom break time to quick run out before clouds come again.
Well, and they did there was a plane that was going over, dropping those lines of shit, and I watched him like turn it off, turn around, and come back and turn it back on. So like he was dumping shit in the air. Like I don't want to follow the whole theory of like the chemtrails, but there was something going on that they were doing, and they left like 7 or 8 lines, and I watched them do it. We were on a walk with Pippin, and they like it would go over and it was like spray it, and then you could see when he turned it off, and then you could see where he went and where he turned around because it would still follow a trail a little bit, and then it'd turn around and come back and turn it back on.
Interesting.
It was weird as hell. So, at any rate, the plan is to go downstairs?
Yeah. Yep. Plan is to go downstairs. I have no magics or anything to help us find a vampire. So we're just gonna have to do old-fashioned searching.
All right, I need to re-add you guys because apparently I deleted you. Because I'm not the smartest.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
Welcome in. Let's see here.
Willkommen, bienvenue.
Nick, Matt, I am not going to add Toivo or Tengu unless combat starts.
That works.
Can you guys see?
No.
Yes.
I cannot.
I'm pinging the map where we are at.
Let me refresh.
I have to give you vision again. I don't know why it does it every time I drag the token on. I wish it would just save that. All right, now can you see?
Now I can see.
All right. So you're back at that stairwell down that you were in before. You see straight ahead of you. You can see your coffins that you went through and you looked at.
Yep.
Yes.
Oh. Well. Chaos. So yeah. I'll say. Do you guys want me to go ahead? I'll have my shield out. But I won't have my sword drawn.
Trying to find where the dude is actually located.
He ran away.
No, he did not. Well, because I had originally thought I might change the room he was in, and I think I was going to move him, and I think I just never ended up re-adding him.
Sure.
So with that being said, let me check real quick here. And we'll make sure he gets added to the room. There we go. So, Matt, you go up to there.
Yep.
Nick just kind of follows you.
Yeah, I'll do my normal thing and be in the rear with the pistol out, ready to
all right,
kablang if needed.
So Nick just goes to here because you guys have already been there.
Yep.
And Nick's like, so you went up into that room, and he points up this way. He's like, right?
Yeah. Is this just a wall that ends down here?
Nope, there's a door there.
Okay, move that way. Does it look like there's a lock on this door? Is it just like a handle?
Nope, it's just double doors. You have to push really heavy.
I will push the heavy double doors.
Make a strength check.
Well, not 2d20. Oof, only an 11.
Yeah. You cannot move it. You can tell it wants to move, but it probably needs more than one person.
Okay.
Would you like
I look at both of you. And then I look at Tango. You ready to help me, bud? I need the strength.
Nick's got a 12 strength.
I can't even be angry at you for that. I just kind of.
What is Tengu's strength?
A 6.
Wow. Yeah, Nick's just like, wow, comes up and helps. With 2 people, there is no check.
Yeah.
However, it triggers the pit trap.
Matt, to your left,
Mm-hmm.
right here, for a brief instance, you see spiders and they go scurrying off.
Good. I look at Brian. I'm like, I'm glad you told us that that creature was worried about her kids.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it's good we didn't do violence with the spiders. Overall.
Yeah, killing 2 or more of the spider swarms means that she is immediately hostile.
Go us for not having ways to deal with swarms.
Well, and they kept making their stealth checks on you guys, so like you didn't see them half the time. And by the time you did, it was always when they'd skitter away.
That's fair.
That is very, very true.
Matt, you could probably see on the map. I mean, technically it would be blocked, but you can actually hear somebody saying something in hushed tones.
I will walk in and look around. Oh, there's a person.
I suppose I should actually read the fucking room. Where's my notes for the room? Carved stone columns resembling angels with outstretched wings support the ceiling of this wide, long chamber. Decayed bones and half-rotten burial shrouds spill out of multiple 5-foot wide alcoves in the chamber walls all across this ossuary. It is also adorned with Iomedean symbols.
Nice. Do we see this person?
If you see him, you see him on the map. You see he's kneeling with his back turned.
Okay. It's a cool image.
Yeah. And he just sits. His back is turned to you, and he is sitting, kneeling on the floor in the middle of the room.
Okay.
There is no way he didn't hear you, especially if he's a vampire.
Yeah.
No way he didn't hear you. He knows somebody's there.
Okay. And did you say he's praying?
You don't know if he's praying. You just see him sitting, kneeling. You could hear him saying words quietly under his breath.
Okay. Being a follower of Iomade and was able to make out any of the words?
You can make a perception check.
Okay.
You can make a sense motive.
Okay.
Can any of us make a sense motive, or just Matt?
Just Matt, because he made his perception.
Gotcha.
Matt, it's hard for you to understand the words that he's saying because he is also crying.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And I'll let you know, both of them were a 30. And you
Nice.
couldn't make the second one unless you had made the first one.
Cool.
So good rolls. Good rolls.
Yeah.
And yeah, he is actually reciting the Paladin's Oath to Iomedae.
Cool. I will join in saying the Paladin's Oath.
Okay. Are you moving forward or are you doing it from a distance?
I want to move to here. And then start in like each line. Like say like the line with him and then take a 5-foot step.
Okay.
And then say the line with him and take a 5-foot step. Just like approach slowly.
Okay. Nick kind of sees what's going on and kind of stays like back and behind about 10 feet because he doesn't want to fuck anything up.
Mm-hmm.
And he makes sure to tell the cat to stay as well.
Yeah, I'll just stay at the door.
So Matt, you can move yourself to about here.
Okay.
And that puts Nick about there. That's when the prayer ends. Like the words end.
Mm-hmm.
And he stops. And he takes a deep breath. And he turns around and looks at you. And he looks at Nick.
Mm-hmm.
And he, like, lets out a sigh. Like a long breath. Now, he doesn't need to breathe.
Mm-hmm.
So this is an emotional long breath. And I'm going to just keep going off of your previous sense motive. It's kind of this relief. And he smiles at you. A large, fangy smile.
Yeah.
And he says, in my brain, I'm making sure that I'm saying it right. He says, "You've come to answer my prayers." She's answering my prayers. And he goes, and he sits there and he goes, "Your justice will be served. Whatever it is that you deem I must do." And he looks it down and he says, "Will it be by your blade? Or shall I sit in the sunlight until dawn comes?"
No, you should help us make sure that the way to reverse vampirism is successful. So you can once again walk in the sunlight as her, from like the way that, like saying the paladin oath, just assuming that he was in fact a paladin. Okay. So that you can once again wield her vows across this country, perhaps even this entire continent. Those that inflicted this upon you did not realize that their research led to figuring out a way to reverse not only the vampirism on you, but perhaps all types of vampirism.
But the things this curse has made me do, the things they have made me do, is unforgivable.
Everything can be forgiven. Every injustice, especially those forced upon others for you to do, can be atoned for if you believe in her teachings, if you believe in mercy. The mercy that your hands, once again, will be able to give unto others.
He cries. He's like, but I ate that child. I had bloodlust I could not control.
Bloodlust that was forced upon you by the witch and the alchemist and their Hague teacher.
Roll a diplomacy.
Do, 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 do. Where are my skills? Here they are. Probably going to have to spend my last mythic point on this, but we will see. A 19. I'll spend it. I want to make sure to try to get at least a 20.
Okay.
Where is our surge die? D8. A 4, a 23.
All right. Matt? Chat redeems mythic point / inspiration. You get your mythic point back. Matt,
Thank
I
you.
would like you to roll a knowledge religion.
Okay.
This is to know the faith well enough to preach to him to believe that he has a chance.
Okay.
Like, you've got him over that hump where he's willing to, like, listen to you preach.
A 31.
All right. Brian and Nick
Yes.
can make a knowledge religion during this conversation. You can use your familiar's aid. If he has knowledge religion, he can aid you. Because he also hears and sees all of this.
You talking to me or to Brian?
Brian.
To me, I think. Okay, let me,
If he has knowledge religion, he can aid you.
he does not.
Okay.
It's got planes and arcana.
Nope.
Well, as a familiar, he has all of your skill ranks as well, Brian.
I don't have skill ranks in knowledge
you don't
religion.
have it.
But as a scald, I can.
You can still.
Right. And so if I took I shouldn't have rolled that. I should have just taken a 10. I guess, can I take a 10? I mean, I normally can take a 10. I just forgot to take a 10.
Yeah, if you can normally take a 10, you can take a 10.
Okay, so then I'd have a 20.
Okay. The DC is 20 for both of you. You both know that traditionally, vampires who are turned into vampires, they're evil across the board. There's not really any exceptions. Straight up. Period, end of subject. There has to be weird shenanigans involved for that not to be the case.
Yeah.
This guy clearly is either faking it real good and about to eat Matt, or there's shenanigans involved and he's not evil.
I mean, there are obviously those shenanigans involved.
Yeah.
That's my thought.
Matt, this doesn't come across your mind because you're not focused on that. You're
Yep.
focused on helping him. It's not the first
Mhm.
thing that comes to your mind. Thus why they got the roll.
Yep.
Had you failed your first two rolls, then you would have gotten that one.
I realize I'm not an...
And you are far in the back of the chamber. You're like 40, 50 feet away.
Gotcha.
But you can overhear it. There's a little bit of an echo.
So I just say from kind of the back of the room, is like, I realize I'm not an Iomedean per se, but I guess I just want to say to in agreement with Matt, I understand there are actions you've taken that you abhor, and while I don't tread lightly on what has happened, because as horrific as it is, you were turned into this creature by someone else. And if I recall, you have to obey you're as bound to their commands as you are to the bloodlust of a newly created. Am I incorrect in making that assumption?
And he looks back because there are pillars and stuff. So like he hears you, but he doesn't necessarily see you way back there.
And I'll move up so I'm kind of near one of the lights. I'll just move to like here by Nick.
Okay.
So he can see, but
he just kind of nods. He's like, I think so. I don't, it's how it felt, but they don't have hold over me. I broke their will somehow.
Well, usually if the vampire that controls you dies, that their creations gain a bit of free will. And well, the witch and the vampire are no more.
Well, they controlled me with magic, not with this. And he points to the fangs in his mouth.
Well,
I don't know how they did this.
I mean, I'm sure there are magics to control undead, unsavory magics, or those run by more necromantic means. I wouldn't be surprised at something of that. But my point, I guess,
Matt, you realize they probably tested all of their alchemy things on him first until he turned into a vampire.
Oh.
So who knows how many different variations might have been used on him, and he might have turned, but it may not have done like a complete. Okay.
At any rate,
or
I guess
like the sunlight thing, it's a unique version.
Mm-hmm.
What were you gonna say, Brian?
Oh, I was gonna say, at any rate, I understand the idea of taking all of that pain and trauma on yourself, and I'm not trying to make light of it, but it wasn't completely under your control, not like you are now, which you even recognize. I don't necessarily always think there's a fate or a will, but then again, I'm here, so I guess that would prove otherwise. But
you could go ahead and roll a diplomacy as well.
All right. I guess what it boils down to is just that there may be another option. Let's see. Where is my... Oh, there it is. Okay, so I am at a diplomaticizing 20.
Okay.
And yeah, I'll leave it at that.
He sits and he goes, I was told that if I could clear this place of the problem of the Countess, she'd have a discussion with the priest trying to bring this back to the Iomadans, who lives in the capital city. He's like, are you from the clergy in town? He says to you, Matt.
No, my, I guess, church of home is in far off Falcon's Hollow.
Oh.
We came here on behest of the Countess. She was concerned of the, I think, researchers, she may have called them.
Yes, that's what
had done something.
That is what she told me as well.
Yeah, had done something bad to the vineyard. So we came here to see if we could rectify the situation.
Forget the name. Give me a moment here. He goes, I was asked by Corbacus to negotiate with her on bringing this back on behest of the Dawn Grace Memorial, so that the Dawn Grace Memorial could be moved here.
And what did the Countess say?
She said she would negotiate with Corbacus should I successfully deal with the squatters, which obviously I did not.
Well, I'm sure there is still other things here that you could aid us with. And then you will have aided in clearing it.
But I did not clear it.
Well, we'll see.
And nuance isn't going to matter to him. He's a lawful good, straight up paladin, and he's like, he knows that he didn't do it, so he knows, and you know that she knows that he's a paladin, and that she's going to hold him to that. Like, nah, you guys did that. Like, you know her already enough to know that she's going to be like, nope.
Well, perhaps there is another way that your order may be able to negotiate with her. If not, at least you might be able to get some of the Iomadean pieces to bring them to a different abbey.
Who's the big bad guy under the sea? The
Cthulhu?
No, the Pathfinder Galarian dude. That all the gods locked away.
Oh,
the Whispering Tyrant.
Oh, Whispering, yes.
Yeah. So he goes, not since the Whispering Tyrant roamed these lands have there been an abbey in Ustalav.
Unrelated, you said the bad guy under the sea, and my brain went, SpongeBob
SquarePants!
Had we only known.
Because all of the Iomedean churches in Ustalav were expunged when the Whispering Tyrant came in, and they've been slowly trying to make their way back. So there's no actual churches. Pharasma was okay.
Mm-hmm.
And in fact was a main one. But yeah, the Iomedeans were pretty much wiped out in Ustalav because of their role against the Whispering Tyrant. Which is why you, Matt, haven't run across a lot of Iomedeans.
Yeah. No, that makes sense.
Which is why it's a big deal whenever people run across them, which is why it was a big deal when you saw one in Caliphas. Not that you knew, but it was.
Well, that makes sense.
So yeah, he goes, well, I don't know how long I can continue to resist the evils of this corruption.
Well, something that will help, and I'll go into my I'll place out the portable hulks that has all of the alchemy stuff, and I'll pull out the fake blood vials.
Okay.
These are a synthetic. I'm remembering correctly that they were like a synthetic blood.
Yeah, they were from a creature, right?
Like, yeah, but it wasn't like a sentient thing, so it was like all alchemically done, and it could like kind of give them like vampire depression after if they use them for too long.
Oh, the Bloodbrew Elixir?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that'll make them high.
But
it's made out of real blood. It's made out of real blood.
Oh, okay. I thought it was more of like a fake.
No, it's distilled out of real blood. Oh. Yeah, it's distilled out of real blood.
Okay. Okay.
And he goes, my name is Halloran Idris. And he does a slight bow. Matt, make another memory check since you went over all the notes.
Yeah, 1 second. I went to add his name and I opened up a whole new notepad. Damn it.
I typed it in the chat.
16.
You have the name Idris. You remember the name Idris? And you remember some of the notes? They made Bloodbrew Elixir from his body.
Mm.
And they used that as the experiments. And the experimental vampire dosages that they did were fed back to him.
So he was drinking his own blood. Do the notes show that if the items that we had, or like the ones we found, were they also made from his own blood?
Some of them were. Some of them were made from the blood of the others. In the blood room.
And I suppose we have no way of knowing like which ones were what.
No.
Okay.
They didn't care, which is how you know.
Okay. Well,
but the first handful of dosages were made by him because he was the first one that showed up, and they were at that point in their experiments, and so they just used his.
I will still give them to him because there's no. I mean, it doesn't benefit us to have them, and he can still drink them rather than drinking from people.
Right. Well, and he says there is a whole room that I can.
That you can drink out of?
They drained many people and stored it. There's a room of blood.
Okay. Well,
but it's still, I don't. My faith isn't intact enough for me to keep fighting it off, but I might have a few days, maybe a week. This is what Matt, you're not dumb. Brian, you're not dumb. You understand how stats work. He was a paladin. He's not anymore. He doesn't get those paladin stats.
yeah.
He doesn't get those bonuses to saving throws.
Yeah.
He's probably going to fail. If somehow you were able to find him an atonement,
Okay.
he might have a chance. He'd still be a vampire, and he would maintain his paladinhood until he turned evil.
Yeah.
Or until he did something bad.
Sure.
But if you have access to an atonement spell, there could be a chance that he could live long enough. He could live until you guys get a cure. He won't make it otherwise. He'll make it maybe a few weeks, but if he gets his paladin stuff, he'll probably be good.
Until we can get this to a master alchemist or a witch, someone that can finish everything.
Yeah.
I'll just lay it all out for him. And be like this is what we have, with our slight time, researched. What they did to you can be reversed. It'll take hands more skilled in alchemy than mine, but people of this caliber are in Ustalov. People of this caliber are in what I'm assuming in Caliphas. No.
You don't really know where you would find one that's that skilled.
Okay.
I mean, honestly, the big things I could think of would maybe try to get him in touch with like Maractus.
Or Maractus may know someone that is that skilled.
Yeah.
Or I mean, wasn't one of those kids running around said her mom was a witch or something? I don't know.
That's true. And also you have the notes that reference two. One references a witch and one references an alchemist.
Okay.
It does not say where the witch can be located, but the alchemist is mentioned to be in Kermaga.
Oh, okay. I didn't remember that it said where that person could be found.
Yeah, the alchemist. There's an alchemist in Kermaga of skills far further than their mistress.
Okay. Well, in Kermaga is a good place because he does not have to fear about accidentally wandering out into the sunlight, being a city built into a mountain.
Sure.
Unless he goes to the parts that aren't in the mountain.
I would advise him to not wander out into the sunlight parts.
Yeah, because most of it's on the cliff top, but then the lower regions of the city are underground. Because a lot of the books that go to Kermaga talk about the towering buildings that tower up to the sunlight and how a particular vampire that lives in one of them, the only vampire in the city that's allowed in the city,
yeah, that dude
has windows protecting from the sunlight in the tower.
So,
which you have read, which means you probably don't want him in Kermaga because you know better.
Yeah, but we at least could get him
nearby.
At least, nearby, and
or get it and bring it back.
With the bloat mages. Eesh.
But yeah, so the big thing we need is the atonement. Brian, is that out of your magical repertoire? Because I don't know how your scald thing works.
In terms of the the spell cannon?
Yeah.
It still has to be of a level that I can cast. And I have used it already, so I'd have to. It's once a day, basically.
But like tomorrow, would you be able to do an atonement on him?
What? Well, I can do a level 3 spell. Is atonement level 3?
I will
Atonement
check.
is a level
I'm
5
guessing it's-
cleric, druid, inquisitor spell.
Okay.
So the
So
brief
no.
answer would be I don't have the. I'm not cool enough.
I'm not cool enough.
Unfortunately.
Luckily, you have an in with the Church of Pharasma, and they owe you a favor.
True.
Yeah, I'm
Well,
trying to remember how long was it to get to this location? It was not very long.
Yeah, it was like
travel,
5 or
was it?
6 hours.
But here's the
So-
thing: we also have to convince the Pharasmans not to whack him on sight,
Don't
because
bring him
don't they
with.
hate undead?
Just get a scroll.
Just get a scroll.
Matt's lawful; he can cast it.
Matt doesn't have use magic device, and it's not a paladin spell. One of you two, you as a hunter, could cast it because your spell list is the druid and ranger list.
It needs to be cast by a lawful character in order to work.
Yeah.
That's what it says in the adventure.
Oh.
FYI, this is actually part of the adventure.
Nice.
Fair enough.
If you come across him first,
Mhm.
before they're dead, he just attacks you.
I have no doubt about that.
But then afterwards, after you defeat him, if you don't kill him as a vampire form, you can then convince him to atone. Even if they're not defeated. You have to defeat him first before you can have this conversation.
Nice.
Okay.
You have to beat the sense into him.
Like it.
So they leave all these other little clues for you to realize that he doesn't want to be doing this, so that you have a chance of not just killing him outright.
Sure.
And you guys just didn't find him till long. You didn't even know he was here.
That's... Hey,
I mean,
if it
yeah.
wasn't...
I was worried. I was worried that you guys would just kill him and this whole thing would be gone.
If it wasn't for dumb luck, sometimes we'd have no luck at all.
Yeah.
There you go.
The other thing would be to find the person that's the head of the local Iomedean church. Because apparently that guy was a priest of some sort and knows him and knows he was sent him here. If he's high enough level to cast a 5th level cleric spell. Or if not, he could at least use the scroll.
Yeah.
True.
Well, yeah, because there's all those Iomedeans in Carrion Hill.
There's a whole sect of Iomedeans that he's from in Caliphas.
Oh, so there's a sect there. They just don't have a proper abbey, basically?
Correct. They have the Dawn Grace
Okay.
Memorial, which you don't even know what the Dawn Grace Memorial is. You'd never heard of it.
Okay, so that's
And you
in
know that there's a
Caliphas.
priest because you saw one at some point.
In Caliphas is where the order of Pharasmans are at.
As there is an order there. The main, one of the largest Pharasman churches is also in Caliphas.
So let them know we can take our notes. We can take the bodies. We have to go to Caliphas. We can bring you with us. We can get an atonement scroll from the Church of Pharasma and have your one of your clergy members cast it. I unfortunately am not. It is not part of my repertoire as a paladin to be able to do atonement.
Oh, and you don't have Inquisitor either.
And I don't have Inquisitor either. And
Same for myself.
And I didn't want to max out use magic device. I like the idea of like each of us having our own role.
Right. Do any of us have use magic device?
I I thought you did, but that might have been
I
No,
I have
other Nick does.
yeah.
I have
Doppelganger
some
Nick
ranks
has
in
it.
I have some ranks in it, but I know using scrolls is tough because it's like 20 plus the
spell level,
caster level, and
Hello, Booms, welcome in.
I
Yes.
I have a plus 15, so I mean I'd have to roll pretty high. Otherwise, I'd be using up a lot of scrolls.
All right. So do we have him come with us or stay here and we come back?
I think we should have him come with us so he can also report to his church. If we could have cast the scroll, I would say have him here.
Yeah, I think that's a good call.
Well,
we want to expedite this.
Well, I mean, this is not just our decision. Halloran, would you rather have us bring one of your clergy members here to you? Or would you rather go back to Caliphas? To be honest, I have never heard of your order, so I will still need assistance in finding them.
Good point.
He says, I'm afraid to leave.
Okay.
He goes, oh my God, phone. He goes, I can feel her presence strongly here. And it seems to help me. Matt, remember when you first arrived?
Yep.
And that feeling you got?
Yep.
He
also has it?
He gets the same bonus as you do.
Okay. Well, then
which is why the atonement is required, because as long as he stays here, he can make it that long. And if you get the atonement and he stays here, he will be fine indefinitely. He can't, if he stays here after the atonement, he can't fail. If he has the atonement and leaves, there is a chance he fails.
Makes sense.
So yes, if you can let us know where to find your order in Caliphas.
He says it's just outside the city on the northwest side at the Dawn Grace Memorial. You can ask anybody. Everyone knows where the Dawn Grace Memorial is.
Perfect. Then not the Dan Grace Memorial.
Dawn Grace Memorial.
Dawn Grace. I will look at you two. Would either both of you or one of you mind going to the Dawn Grace Memorial to fetch one of his clergy while maybe the other of you or both of you get the atonement?
And then you stay here and finish the research?
I would like to stay here and finish the research and also be of aid to Halloran.
Yes.
He lived through the process.
He sure did. You sure did.
So having access to him while doing the research, I think, would be invaluable.
You can get his notes. Add to your list Halloran's notes on his procedure.
Okay.
Nice.
Hello, Classic Sam. Welcome on in. Thank you for the lurk. I got you down, Booms. I got it down with your other sticker. I've been so busy, Booms, I haven't been able to get your other sticker mailed out, so I will get that one mailed out to you as well. It's just been so crazy with all of the things.
These bones with alchemy notes.
You gave yours to Higgy and needed a replacement? Okay, cool. There will be another new sticker coming out sometime soon. So Brian.
Yes.
Nick looks at you and says, "You're the one that's had the most interaction with the Phrasmans. Do you want to check on the Phrasmans and I'll go look for the Dawn Grace Memorial?"
I was thinking the same thing. Yeah.
He high fives you. He holds his hand up for a high five.
I give him a high five.
He looks over at the vampire guy and he's like, "May I approach?" And the guy just nods. And Nick walks up to him, and like Nick just puts his hand on the guy's shoulder and says, "We're gonna get you taken care of. And if not, you know, you just hold your faith as long as you can." And you guys, you know Nick well enough. You know he was about to give the guy a hug, but thought twice about that, knowing that it's a vampire.
Right.
And knowing Nick, like, this, to you guys, and knowing Nick's past, is actually very important.
Oh, yeah.
And Nick looks at him and goes, "My wife was turned into a vampire many, many lifetimes ago. And there was no cure. So I'll die if we don't find this. Like, I will die to make sure that we can do everything we can." And Nick looks over at Toivo and is like, "All right, guys, I'm heading out. I'll be back when I can." And Nick leaves.
Okay. And Brian, you are going as well, correct?
Yep.
Okay.
I'll just kind of do the thing and then, yeah, I'm going to head out and, when we came here, did we walk here? Or no, we took a carriage here, right?
Correct. Yep.
I'm going to check the stable to see if there are any horses. I forget if there were any or not.
There were no horses.
Okay.
Because the demon that was living in the stables ate them all.
Yeah, I kind of figured that was probably the reason. I am going to then start flying towards the Caliphas.
Yeah, and Nick takes the carriage back. Because Nick doesn't have magics. But when he realizes that you're flying, he's just like, "Let's go. We'll come back." Because it's faster. Actually, yeah. He just takes the carriage back. Brian, you get there first. I'm not going to roll, but you do have to pay half cost for the scroll.
Okay. Are you guys okay if I take some of that from our group funds?
Yeah, I mean,
we're not there to answer your question. Either you take it from there or you don't.
Yeah, because you're carrying them.
You're carrying it.
Then let me rephrase. I'm taking it from the group funds.
Assertiveness. This is what you're here for.
All right, I'll look that up to figure out what the cost is on that.
If soon, then I can wait for all three. It won't be till after December, Booms. It won't be till the latter half of December till that sticker becomes available. And there are reasons for that. Brian, do you delineate and do anything else on your trip to Caliphas?
Honestly, no. Well, no. What I would probably do is actually, after I get the scrolls, I would probably fly up to where Nick is going to meet up with him.
Okay. You eventually meet up with Nick. You get there way quicker than him because you're flying direct route rather than roads.
Sure.
So you get all of your stuff by the time you get there. And you have to ask around, hey, where's the Dawn Grace Memorial? And they're like, oh yeah, it's up here. You can't miss it. Whatever. It's a big. You approach the Dawn Grace Memorial, Brian.
Okay.
And it is I don't know, like a city block long wall.
Okay.
Made out of black stone. Hand engraved with names of every Iomedean that died fighting Tar-Baphon. Fighting the Whispering Tyrant.
Gotcha. Okay.
It's literally a memorial for all the Iomedeans that died fighting him in Ustalav.
Okay.
And it's just got some tents and stuff, and there's like a very large man, broad-shouldered, very stout man, who is there in priest garbs. And you see Nick is actually like just like walking up to introduce himself.
Okay.
I'm waving the magic flag because this doesn't need to, we don't need to, we're waving the magic wand. You guys get him to come back.
Okay.
Because there's not really any roll checks. Like, yes, you have to explain it to him and what happened.
Sure.
There's probably a little bit of like, he got corrupted by something, but he's in the Abbey, and the power of the Abbey is kind of protecting him and keeping it from consuming him. He needs a atonement spell until we can find him a cure. Nick does not tell him that he's a vampire.
And I happen to have some atonement spells right here. Because I'll buy 2 of them just to make sure we have them.
What level do you have to be to cast atonement?
So it's a 5th level spell. So for a cleric, you'd have to be a 9th level caster.
9th level caster.
Hey, guess what?
That's what he is?
He is a 9th level character. I just had to look at his wiki page. Lawful good.
Almost like
lawful
the
good
adventure
human
had it
cleric,
set
9th level.
right.
It's a good thing he's lawful good as a cleric.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, you get it back. And he comes with, I don't have a picture for him. His name is Andrinan Oak Karbakis. I will put his name in the chat. He is the leader of the Dawn Grace Memorial. He is a level 9 Iomedean priest. Matt, you finish getting all the information. You also have those particular notes of his. You have the corpse sigils. You do not know what they mean.
That's fine. Just to have all that information
Yes.
at the ready.
I'm going to tell you that you know via your alchemy information that an alchemist won't be able to translate whatever those are.
Okay.
It is some sort of ancient, forgotten language.
Okay. So would that be something more of like magic would be needed for like comprehend languages to be able to figure it out, or is it more like
You're not sure.
okay.
I out of character. I'm going to be across the table. There is a singular NPC that you guys have not come across yet. And that is beyond the scope of this part of the adventure.
Okay.
This actually has to do with your next wedding adventure. And I'm just going to say that across the board because this ties into that part. You can certainly try to get the cure in advance. It'll be a lot harder.
Yeah, I mean, I think
those notes. And I don't really have a good plot point to like instill into you guys.
Yeah.
Not that's the case. So I'm just going to tell you out of character because it just makes it easier. And you guys are been long-standing players that you just understand that like I could do that, but it'd be better if you guys went this other way. And I didn't have the brain power today to think about that because I was really busy.
I'm all aboard the plot train.
Okay. Thank you.
Choo-choo, motherfucker. Choo-choo.
Actually, you know what? You are in the Abbey. This Abbey is ancient, and I can give you plot points to it. I can give you direct plot points. You do find some of those runes because there is a plot point that actually does connect. I just thought of it. There is an ancient scholar that used to be a noble that died 200 years ago. And he was a scholar of these ruins. He was known to be a genius. He attended all the schools and graduated them, head of his class. He was known to rival the scholars of the Magnamarian school and the Corvosan schools just for knowledge alone. He came back as a genius to Ustalov and then died tragically. He and his entire family died in this castle. One of his ancestors still lives and is very rarely seen and is on your list of wedding recipients. And this is true. This is true. I just forgot that that he actually like that history is accurate. And I was only remembering it because of this particular NPC's like his family history. Because one of his ancestors was like this genius person, and I just now have to find who he is.
For a second, Nick, I thought you were going to say, oh yeah, there's this family and they're a genius, but they lost their home and now you have to reclaim it for them.
That would be freaking hilarious.
And I'm like, well, we could send Devlin and Maractus, but we know how that turned out last time.
Waka
waka.
waka.
Where's my book? I have the book right here. Nope, that's Corvosa. That's this one. Let me find his name, for which I have it here. Chat redeems mythic point / inspiration. Inspiration for Brian. Thank you, Sunstrider.
Thank you, Sunstrider.
Rolana Halos here. Rolana might remember his name. Not him. Not Count Hysterian. He's dead. Count. It's the Tiriac family. Tiriac family. The current Count, Ristamore. I will spell it for you.
Awesome. Thank you. Oh, I would have never guessed that spelling.
Yeah. Ristamar Tiriac. His ancestor was this genius that could translate this information. So that might be your only connection to get this, whatever this last piece is. And you also do have to like convince him to come to the wedding.
Okay.
And so just say, so Count Rustamar Chiriak has an ancestor that understood the hag bone language?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, well, and he is on our list, so we know that will be a stop.
Yes. Like you could do that before going to Kermaga.
I think we will do that before we go to Kermaga.
The priest does use the scroll.
Awesome.
You notice the priest obviously discovers during this process that he's a vampire and is hesitant about it, but realizes that A, he hasn't eaten you guys. B, he's requesting it. The atonement won't work if he's not sincere. The atonement spell just won't hold.
Yeah, you can't like force an atonement on an unwilling person.
Right. So he casts the atonement, and you actually feel the power of his paladinhood return.
Ooh. Nice.
That for lack, like you can explore the rest of the rooms. I'm just gonna fast forward. Not fast forward, but I'm gonna let you guys know. There is a room down in the basement you guys did not explore that does have the golems.
Okay.
Would you guys like to see the room at least? Like you guys are gonna explore the rest of the place, right?
Yeah.
Sure.
Oh, they just had him guarding. Are those like dead bodies, I'm assuming, at this point?
Yeah. Yep. Those are dead bodies that they drain for their blood in enchanted barrels that keep them, you know how you keep food good?
Yeah.
Preserved?
Yeah, preserved. The I forget the spell that keeps stuff from rotting.
Gentle repose.
Gentle repose,
maybe?
yeah. So the barrels have gentle repose and it keeps the blood good.
That's vicious. Wow.
Creepy.
And you realize from your description, Matt, they had him on this table. Like they as part of like some of the process was like they tortured him on the table. And they just can't use healing spells to keep him alive. Because like, oh, I drain you of blood. You're almost dead. I heal you. Now I drain you of blood again. I heal you. Because they're witches. And one of them has the healing packs. So they can drain him till he's almost dead and heal him once a day. So he stays alive for all the blood they could ever need.
Makes sense.
They do their experiments.
So I think one thing that might help him. Now, I guess, does he have to stay?
He has to stay in the Abbey.
But like in the Abbey, or does like the Abbey grounds also?
He has to stay in the Abbey.
Okay.
Because it was once you went across the threshold of the door. Because thresholds of doorways are important.
Yep.
You know, you have to invite a vampire in, all that kind of stuff. It's the threshold of the doorways that matter. So yeah.
So then what I think I would do is, because there's what, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, at least 8, probably 9 bodies in this room. And knowing that he was the first person that went through this process, have him basically write the word that should be said when we bury these bodies.
He's going to bury the bodies. Him and the priest are going to take care of all the bodies.
But I thought he couldn't leave the Abbey.
Yeah. The priest will take care of the bodies. He is going to help get them where they need to go while they're in the building, but yeah.
Yeah. Because, I was figuring, like, have him do the ceremony as, like, part of his, like, but if he can't leave the threshold.
No. The room that you just left that you found him in, that's a crypt. It's an ossuary.
Oh. Then he can do it.
Yeah.
Knowing that that's a crypt.
Yep.
Cool.
Also, those people that they killed, those were some of his like fellow people that got sent as well. So they're Iomedeans.
So they're Iomedean.
Yeah.
Okay.
He was the paladin of the group, and they are just like, I'm a commoner Iomedean that worships.
Yep.
That came along as servants and whatnot.
That makes sense.
Because he's 12th level, so he is not one to be messed with.
Yeah.
And now he's a 12th level Iomedean paladin vampire.
Yep, and as numerically how BA that is, he hates every moment of it.
He sure does. He sure does.
Right.
So yeah, that's that room. There is a over here. I'm just gonna lump you guys together. There's one other room. I will
Probably
show
somewhere
you.
over here.
Over on the right.
Oh.
It's a hidden room. But the priest knows about it through lots of dedicated research. It is a hidden room. Remember that thing? It went to an end of a hallway and then it just ended, and you were like, "This is a weird hallway."
Yep.
Yeah, it actually goes. There's a buried saint here, an Iomedean saint.
Oh,
entombed
hence
here.
why everything is probably what that power, that hallowed effect is.
Yeah, that's also why the big sign, the big statue here, of the basically the avatar of Iomade. They don't have avatars per se as much in Pathfinder as they have like the people like, this is my being, I'm a god and this is my herald. That's why there's a statue of Saint Lyman here, which is their herald, which is I think the eagle-headed god or whatever, or angel. Oh yeah, and the blood demon, you guys return. The blood monster, the blood knight, is gone. It's nowhere to be seen.
Ooh, hiss.
Hopefully that's a good thing.
Oh, well, no, it's not. That is totally...
It's gone because we killed it and the blood just seeped into the ground like liquid normally would do.
That's exactly what it is. By the way, Matt, I will send you his stats.
We have no reason to believe that it's coming back. Like, that's the thing. It was a monster made out of blood and it just all bleh.
Yeah. But Matt, you'll get to use him if you do anything that you need to that's related to Tar-Baphon.
Cool.
Because he is Tar-Baphon's right-hand man, or was one of his generals in his army.
That's not good.
That's utterly... We'll just send that to Magmar to take care of. Just like the other ooze that got sent to Magmar's town.
All right. Do you do anything else at the Abbey?
If you guys want to, like, I guess how long? So, like, we've probably been here a day or two at this point, or
2. Like two? You're on day 2.
Okay. Is Adrenin staying with Halloran?
Yeah. Until some of the stuff is done and they can clean up, because they got to get rid of all the candles and the like whatever she was working on, because she was working on some sort of ritual in the center room there.
Sure.
Get that all cleared up and like clean up the Abbey, because even if it doesn't belong to them, they still feel like they should at least clean up this lower area.
Oh, that makes sense. 100%.
Like, they're going to leave the winery alone. It doesn't belong to them.
I would also suggest they don't, they leave She Who Walks with Weaves.
Thank you, Brian.
Alone as well.
Do you return to She Who Walks with Weaves?
I will. I'll return to the webbing side, the webbed door.
All right.
And just kind of announce myself. Hopefully she can hear me. I'm assuming the webs. I'm hoping the webs aren't.
Yeah, she can hear you. She goes, "I hear you. I hear you, voiced one."
We have succeeded in getting the vampire knight to come join us and have them leave the facilities, or at least we will shortly. And we're working to help take care of them.
And Nick's like, well, the vampire guy might stay, but he's not a threat. As long as he stays here, he's not a threat. If he's forced to leave, he might become a threat. So just let him stay here and leave him alone, and he'll be fine.
Yes.
And Nick's just like looking at like the wall of webs that's talking to you.
We're working to repair, help him regain his. Well, we're working to help him and ultimately help him regain his humanity. It's a little bit of a process, but wanted to let you know so that you. Again, I still give you my word. I will not bring any harm to you. And in fact, when we go speak with the Countess, we will make sure she knows what is going on here and to reinforce your agreement with her. I think
from what you say, I understand that those who were here were not here on her accord, but were here on her accord, but did not honor it. And
Correct.
thus the Countess is not to blame for the discrepancies that were incurred.
Correct.
Thus, if you come around, I shall give you a gift for the Countess as a show that I maintain my agreement.
Very well. And just to verify, when she who walks with weaves said come around, meaning like I have to go in through the cave entrance again?
Unless you want to wait for her to clear this wall down.
I can wait.
Okay. Do you say that?
Yeah, I do. Well, I'll ask her if she wants me to circle around and go through the cave.
She goes, if you are sure that it is safe, I could take a moment to clear what is ahead of us.
It is safe.
Then thus I shall ask you to wait, for which I will reopen my access.
Very well.
It takes like 15 minutes, because it's like a foot thick of like just webbing.
Okay.
And then you open and you see her, but she's full spider, like head to toe. There's no like human portions at all.
Okay.
And as soon as it clears, because she needs all of her legs to clear it.
Sure.
And spinnerets and stuff. And then she like moves and like she stands up, like she pushes up with her legs, but like some of her legs merge into her arms and the other ones merge into her lower legs as she morphs into that lanky humanoid figure, which is creepy as hell, Matt and Nick.
Yeah.
And then she moves back and she comes back with a basket, like a big basket. And it looks like a basket of folded laundry, almost. And she hands it to you. This is for the Countess, as per our agreements. And you look closely, and you see it's literally, she's taken her webbing and threaded it into, like, these bolts. And it's, like, layered in layered bolts of fabric to be used for clothing.
So like literal spider silk.
Yeah, but like super high class from a magical beast.
That's cool.
Which can be used to make all kinds of magical garments.
Sure.
And
That's
enchanted.
cool.
And enchanted like magical cloth armor and shit.
Yeah. Absolutely.
That would have special abilities based on what the creature can do.
Okay.
And she then hands to you, Brian, a bag. She's like, I'm sorry for the condition of the bag. It is from my past. And you like, because the bag is all ratty and torn apart. It's been stitched up and like fixed.
Okay.
And she hands you the bag. It's obviously filled. You have enough for 1 suit of clothing. You'll have to have a tailor spin it and weave it.
Oh, wow. Okay.
But you have enough for 1 suit of clothing. As long as they can make the clothing, it's automatically masterwork.
Okay. I'm just going to put it as like 1 bolt of like spider silk. Does that... Just so we know.
You want to put Arenia spider silk.
Okay. Thank you. This is an amazing gift. Thank you.
Not only that, but whatever suit of clothing you get made out of it, naturally, not magically, naturally, while you wear it, you get a +4 to poison saves.
Wow.
Now, granted, it's just clothing. It's not armor, unless you like make like silken ceremonial armor out of it. But
Sure. I get you. Still, that's pretty freaking cool.
Ryan needs a nice silk shirt underneath his pirate coat.
Apparently.
It's enough that you could make like a gown, like a ball gown out of it.
Okay.
So, yeah, most of Countess Caliphassus, who's highly fashionable and loves fashion, one of her benefits, like when she goes out that people can't replicate, is the texture of what she wears. Nobody can replicate it, and nobody knows why. There are very few tailors that can outdo her style and clothing, and nobody knows why. A second thing about the Countess that you have learned: why is she so old and still look gorgeous, and why is she so fashionable? Because she has an agreement with an Arania, and it might be one of the reasons that she's not really willing to give up the winery.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
It has nothing to do with the wine.
That's pretty cool.
I mean, it has something, like a good portion of her estate comes from this, but this was just like a little investment.
Yeah.
That turned out to be a huge investment. So, what do you do?
Wonderful. Well, we've got things set in motion as far as to... we need to go see that noble now at this point to get the invite going, but also to see if maybe we can get more information on the...
And Nick mentions you should probably return to the Countesses and update her on shit too.
Well,
yes.
Where does Count Tyriak, like what county is he in? And like, is going to the Countess on the way?
No, because you're still in the Countess's city purview.
Oh, true. And it's only 6 hours, so we could easily go up to Caliphas.
The Count Rismore is the Count of Varno. And Varno is the county right by Carrion Hill.
Okay. Well, of course, the map that I grab.
It is the farthest east county is Varno.
So Caliphat. Okay, so we have to go through Thrushmore, which is fine because I think after this time, like, I should formally apologize to Mornock.
Okay. You also could charter a boat to go up the river into Varno and get there directly from a boat.
Oh, up through Ilmarsh and then Redleaf.
Up through Avalon Bay, you could take the Destash River. Up through Red Relief, yeah.
And what city in Varno is the capital?
That is a very good question. The capital is... It's not in my little book. Give me 1 second.
Yeah, and my Ustalav book, I believe, is
Corvishior.
okay.
Along the lake Corsinari.
So it is probably still faster to take the river up, like where the F is in Redleaf, and then go down versus travel through the woods.
Yeah. Taking the river is still going to be the best bet. And go up by Redleaf and then go down and over.
Cool. Then I think that is the plan.
Yeah, actually, just west of Corvishiar is is the castle. It's actually the castle actually isn't in the city proper, just outside.
Yeah, makes sense.
So, you're going because you still got to tie up all the little loose ends in Caliphas, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because you're still staying at an estate. Or you're staying at the Pathfinder Lodge as well. So.
Yeah, so I guess go back to Caliphas.
Okay.
Gather up Jay and our other associates.
Okay.
Report back to the Countess.
All right. You will get back to the Countess. So you go to the Countess's manor and you see carriages, multiple carriages outside her estate. And you see her butler that you saw before, as well as lots of guards standing. The guards are standing there and the butler comes to your carriage when you arrive. As you come out, he is somewhat surprised. And he's like, to what do we owe the occasion?
Come to report to the Countess of the missive she sent us on.
Oh, yes. Would you mind waiting here until I check with her as to where she would like to meet you? She has guests at the moment, but I'm sure she'd still like to speak to you.
Sure. I just want to make like a sense motive as he says that, just to make sure things are on the up and up.
Okay, sure.
Now, like, she has guests, the assassins that I sent. 23.
Yeah, he's being truthful. He's also like, it's also clear that he just doesn't want to divulge whatever is going on, but clearly they have guests. And clearly it's probably not like a public affair and probably not one that everybody knows about.
That works.
He leaves. It's about 20 minutes. Now, 20 minutes is a long time to sit in a carriage and twiddle your fucking thumbs with 3 other guys and a large cat and a dinosaur and a dog that's really creepy and keeps like doing weird shit. When finally,
I'll just stand outside of the wagon.
Okay.
Just like to get a little just not being cooped up. We've been cooped up in this thing for like 5 hours probably.
Yeah. And Jay, not Jay. Yeah, Jay and the little gnome dude are like on the carriage seats area outside. and not Jay, Winston, and the little carriage dude are outside. The little gnomish dude are outside. Jay's inside because he's gonna sit in the lap of luxury as long as he fucking can. When the guy returns and he goes, "Yes, please follow me. We have a waiting chambers around the back for you."
Thank you.
Yes. And you see some guards follow him this time.
Okay.
And he leads you to a single iron door on this weird little off-put area of the building. Now, he goes through the building, like goes into the building and through some hallways and down and around. Brian, you still have perfect memory and direction due to your card that you drew. So you could get your way around if you really wanted to. And yeah, there's this like single iron door that's like got a heavy bar that he has to turn and then pull to open. And he's like, "Please, inside." And you see there's like silks hanging over the doorway entrance.
Walk in.
Okay. You go in. Brian, you go in. Nick goes in. You go in and you see 4 little some sort of captured devices. Maybe tortured things. Maybe they're sexual holsters things. And they each have multiple men attached to them, stripped down to their skivvies. And they're all like got cloth tied in their mouth, and they're all tied. And you also notice, because your sense mode is high enough, or your perception is high enough. Matt for sure has perception high enough. All of their fingers are tied together and bags over their fingers. And the door is shut behind you with a thud. And you actually see the Countess there in fabulous, like bright golden dress. Just beautiful. So much like, it's much more exotic. In our world, you're like, is this Moulin Rouge? But still formal wear.
Okay.
And she goes, "Welcome back. Do you men know these 4, perchance?"
Look at them.
No, you ain't got a fucking clue.
Okay. Oh, you are muted, Brian.
They have bags over their heads right now, right?
No,
over their hands.
Over their hands.
Over their hands.
They're gagged. They've got cloth through their mouth, but they're not over their heads. And they look kind of scared. And they look like they've been hurt. Minorly hurt, like they've been in combat.
So it is a knowledge local to try to like to know things about like certain humanoids.
Yeah.
I'm pretty good at knowledge local. Can I just give it a roll to see if I happen to know something about them?
I'm gonna say no because they are not local.
Oh, okay. Then I will say I have no idea.
She hands you a little like booklet thing. She's like, "Go ahead and open it. They had this on them."
Take a look.
You see very well done, hand-drawn pictures of each of you, along with notes of companions and some of your gear. And it's just like, it's basically like, it's the medieval equivalent. It's like a fold of leather with just those pictures in it and nothing else.
Is it like a bounty hunter's dossier type deal of like?
It's just your pictures and some little notes about you on the back sides of the pictures.
Sure does feel like it though, doesn't it?
And she then pulls out a scroll, and she goes, she looks over at them and tisk for not following instruction, boys. And she points to the guys that are in the devices.
Mm-hmm.
She goes, to Angus Wildstrom from Vorin Kale, Master of the Obsidian Vale, High Council of the Blackfire Adepts. Oh, she looks at you guys. Agnes, the web of prophecy we have watched for decades tightens. The High Oracle has once more confirmed what our scouts have whispered for months. The aforementioned 3 men of considerable import have made their way into Ustalav. These are no ordinary fomenters of chaos. Their continued existence here strengthens the veil that binds the breaches between planes. A veil our enemies would see reinforced and our work undone. You understand as well as any of us what that would mean. Blackfire does not merely smolder, it devours. Devours the seams through which things that should not walk our world might pass. The survival of these 3 will not only thwart our efforts to keep the gates thin, it will hand our adversaries time to anchor otherworldly will, something we just cannot permit. You are directed with the full authority of the High Council, the High Council, to terminate these 3 by whatever means necessary. Use every strike team, informant, and forged favor at your disposal. Make haste, but do not let haste become recklessness. The order is absolute and the consequences of failure are irreparable. Oh, looks like you boys are in trouble. These men travel together with the support of... And she goes, oh, these are just extra notes that were in the back. They travel with extra support of many of strength politically, physically, and magically. Oh. And she takes that as a compliment. Last known approaching the capital of Ustalav, Caliphas. Expect planar aura signatures, mind immunities, as well as outer planar ties. Bring a counter witch or 2 if subtly requires it. And she looks at the other 2. Yeah, you weren't very good at that, were you? Leave no trace that points back to the adepts. Bodies gone, witnesses muddled, correspondence is burned. And she slaps one of them across the face. Naughty, naughty. Follow instructions. If a corpse must remain, it should speak of bandits, fever, or old cruelties of Ustalav. Make sure all jaws are removed or destroyed. Well, at least he's smart. If capture yields more advantage than death, bind them with the black iron manacles enclosed, sigils sealed in umbral wax. Transport only under absolute secrecy, but dispose at your first convenience. Report by a cipher through the obsidian knot. No direct messenger between us until this is done. Know that this is more than a contract. This is a preservation of our purpose. The High Oracle's sight is not infallible, but when the Oracle of the Veil Keepers and the Council concur, hesitation becomes betrayal. For the Veil, for the Flame, act only as you can. In a shadowy bind by black fire, we close the breach, signed the Dark Flame, Vorin Kale, Master of the Obsidian Veil, High Council of the Blackfire Adepts, and she folds it up. Noticeably, she becomes more serious as you get to the end. She's like, now, what do they want with you? I'm assuming you're the 3 that's supposed to save the veil from thinning?
Apparently. We had heard in game, has it been like a year or so ago?
Couple of years, I think.
At least 6 months. Because you've come across him. The last time was the doppelganger incident.
Yeah.
Because he was hired to kill you. So it's been like 6-7 months at least.
Okay. It has been a while. They tried to kill us maybe half a year ago. And before that, they were trying to, by memory recalls, they were trying to prevent us from getting here. but we did anyways.
She goes, well, they set up a trap for you and I destroyed it. I captured them for you. I'd say... And she like puts her hand across the top of her bosom. She's like, I think I just saved your lives from these ones.
Probably. Thank you.
So you don't need them, right?
No.
Goody. Gaston, haul them into the main chamber. Yes, we'll let our guests deal with them. This will be fun. You don't want to know.
Nope, I don't.
And actually, I hand over the bag of the silk cloth.
The big basket?
Her.
The bag was for you. The basket was for her.
Sorry. I set the basket down on one of the tables and gesture to it and go, we indeed do not want to know.
Oh, my silks. She is still alive then. You did not kill her. I completely forgot to tell you about her. Oh, dear me.
She is, yes, an interesting person. I
had doubted that you would have even run across her. So I'm glad that A, you run across her, and B, that she is fine.
Yes, I think the discussion as far as your negotiations with her are still sound.
I'm still good if she's still good.
We explained the situation, how the sisters had, in bad faith,
Are any of my servants still alive?
Some of them may be a bit confused and a few miles away, but provided they make their way back, they should be okay.
Yeah, I mean, did they make it back within like that second day or anything?
Yeah, they did.
Okay, then yes.
Yeah, and none of the servants were actually harmed other than the 3 upstairs that you guys killed.
Yeah. There were 3 that were under the domination of a vampire that unfortunately they perished before we were able to remove the vampiric domination.
Well, you win some, you lose some. I appreciate your help in clearing that out. I will honor my word, and I will attend the wedding, and I will not make it about me, and I will do my best to honor the wedding and its inhabitants without causing a stir or a ruckus. You can tell Lady Sandra that I will attend and be on my best of behavior, even if provoked.
That is much appreciated.
Which we all know she was provoked, and she did honor that and did just turn around and leave. People in chat were there. Run, Halo. She's like, should I have need of you again, I will send word.
Thank you. And I guess if you do find anything else of those, and I look at like the 4 that are being hauled away, would you mind informing us of that as well, please?
I would. I'm still waiting for our... I'm still waiting for my regeneration scrolls to arrive so that we can regrow their tongues that they bit off.
That's a different level of hardcore than I expected.
That is some dedication.
Thank you.
Interesting. Thank you.
You are very much welcome. Thank you. And she has the note, and she like does this, and then she just kind of like, she's like about to toss it in the fire, and then she stops, and then she just hands it to you. She hands it to Brian.
Okay.
She's like, this was a bit of fun. I love when lesser folks try to play spy in my city.
Kind of laugh.
Apparently, this is one of their lead assassins.
I'm glad they ran across you first before they.
Yes, well, this is still Ustalov and the Whispering Tyrant's reign, and the closeness of the world wound still touches our country in a way that offends me. So the Blackfire Adepts and their ilk are not welcome in my city.
Well, we definitely will do our best not to bring their trouble to you any more than has already happened.
Yes, indeed.
Well, then unless there's something else, another favor we can perform, we would hate to keep you from your guests.
She puts her hand on your chest. She's like, any favors you perform would just be of your own recollection and will. But the favor you owe me would not be repaid. And then she strolls out. She strolls out, and you can make your perception check.
I'll try.
Yeah, and that goes for all of you. You can all make your perception check as she strolls out.
Hey, I got a 21. Not completely horrible. Pretty good.
Rolana Halo's comment.
Right. Clearly personality hires.
And sorry, what was the roll next?
Perception. By the way, out of character, she intercepted that letter long before they got it.
Oh.
So she made a copy and let it continue on to see what they would do.
So did she give us the copy or the original one?
You don't know. You don't know anything of that. That's just me out of character telling you that she intercepted it. It depends on which one she sent on to them. If she sent them the copy or the original. Now the true answer is you have the copy.
Yeah.
Because she didn't want to try and duplicate any magics that say, hey, this is official. So the original official got burned, but that's a copy of the actual document that got to them that that her people intercepted.
Nice.
And because you guys are on her watch list,
yep.
It was brought to her attention, and so she wanted to deal with that. And since you were working for her, and clearly if you died, it wouldn't have mattered.
Yep.
And if you lived, then you'd still owe her another favor. And it also allows me to keep poking you with Blackfire Adept storyline. And add additional bits and pieces of information.
I think that is amazing.
Lovely.
I will send you guys a copy of that letter.
Cool.
Okay.
So that you have it. I scratched out dates because I don't really remember exactly what the date is on that. And I was going to say something else. Your perception checks. You both see. Hold on. I'm going to make sure if Nick sees it. Because it's important if Nick sees it. I mean, it's important if everybody sees it. No! Oh! Damn it! Damn it! Damn it! Oh. So sad. I'm giving time in case anybody in chat decides to give Nick a chance.
Cough. Roll out a Halo. Cough.
Nope.
Well.
So.
Usually you pay double for that kind of action, Cotton.
That is not what I was expecting to see come through.
Yep, that was great, Brian.
Chat has redeemed a dice reroll.
Yeah, there you go.
Thank you for the penny reroll.
You get another one though.
No, I hit it.
A pity.
So the DC is a 20. So as she saunters out of the room, because there was the draped silks that were hanging over the doorway on the way out.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Just as they fall in front of your view, you see her reaching up to the lace tie behind her back, starting to undo it.
Okay.
As the cloth drops in front.
Okay. Well, that's not sure who our guests are, but I'm assuming she's gonna have a good time.
Yep.
With that being said, you guys leave the chamber of the Countess Califiso, the not-so-queen of Califas City and Ustalav.
Maybe we should take the rest of the day to recuperate and then continue our journey.
To be like, I'll be in my bunk.
No, more of the fact that we got the crap kicked out of us,
Yeah.
and like even with the healing, I'm probably still feeling a little sore.
I'll give you guys
and spent.
take a day or two of rest.
Mm-hmm.
And then continue on. Your plan is to go to Thrushmore.
The chat wants someone to draw a fame and fortune card.
What?
Oh. I think just follow the river up and then down, and we'll have to go to Thrushmore at some point. But I think getting to Count Tyriak as quick as possible is more important than giving Mordok an apology.
Yeah.
Yes. All right, I am putting the Along Came Jones back. Because all of the stuff with you guys being mistaken as someone else passes.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
Brian, 2 more days of your 10 days pass on your mental cartography.
Gotcha.
Nick still has to learn a new skill. And
do you know roughly how many cards there are in the deck?
I want to say there's like 50 something.
Yeah, I think it might be 52. It might be almost as many as are in a normal deck of cards.
All right. There's
time.
A lot. It is time for fame and fortune card.
I just figured I'd do the roll. I'll grab the 16th card.
All right. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. The 16th card.
He's not saying anything, Matt. He's not saying anything. I'm worried about this.
I'm just going to laugh when it's the same card you have and you get another 10 days of memorizing locations.
That would actually be funny as hell.
All right, Brian.
Uh-huh.
I am going to give you the option.
Okay.
Do you want this to be used right now in a way that may be beneficial to you down the road, or do you want to store it for later use? You cannot take this option later. You have to use its other original use as intended. Or you can burn it right now for something that will technically be beneficial down the road. Period. End of subject.
You know,
burn it now, beneficial down the road, or save it and you don't know what it does.
I'll save it.
Cool. I like cliffhanger fame and fortune card.
Right. Well, and it's getting a little later in the evening, so I figure, might as well, right? I mean, what could
if you would have burned it right now, the person who got away wouldn't have survived getting away. They would have died.
Oh,
they would have died elsewhere because it's
interesting.
And that is within the range of the card. Like what the card does, that is an option on there. So it just happened to work out that I was like, well, this thing just happened that was almost literally tied into that card.
Right.
So there we go. But now I can just use it whenever I want later down the road against you. Or maybe not against you. Maybe for you. Who knows? Who knows?
Fair enough. Fair enough.
So you spend 2 days. I've got that marked off on your days. You travel up the river. I believe I said the boat ride is a couple days as well to and from Thrushmore. So we're going to knock 2 more days off your boat travel.
Okay.
At any point, do you use magic to contact either Riley or Sandra's father?
Do we have...
I thought we had a couple of communication-y things.
Yeah. You did. He also asked you to meet with him or Riley if you could, if they were in town. And you do know that he was in town.
like in the town of Carrion Hill?
Yeah, because he was going to try and be nearby on some of your adventures. And he told you that he would be nearby Caliphas.
Yeah, and I guess if he's in the area, we definitely want to touch base with him.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Do you just update him as to what happened and say where you're headed next?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. He doesn't have any extra notes for you.
Okay.
He tells you that the Count is usually in town. Nobody ever gets a chance to see him. Very few people have met with him. He tells you he has met him once, and granting an audience with him is nearly impossible, but not impossible. Some do get an audience with him. Part of the problem and challenge will be doing that. Also, would you like to swap out any of your workers? Because he will take them with him back to Riley's, and the others will meet you on your way.
Yeah, I'll trade out. Actually, Winston, for all the wonderful things he's done, I think we can send him back to help Riley with the wedding, with the nuptial arrangements.
Which worker would you like to have in place of Winston?
I forget her name off the top of my head, but maybe the blacksmith lady.
Okay.
I am going to trade in Jay for the psychotic child.
Psychotic child.
You mean the stable master's daughter?
Yes, because I have a feeling that we may need assistance. I see this forest, and I have a feeling we're going to be sent in there, and I am absolute shit when it comes to nature.
Yes.
And I would like to be able to make some rolls.
Fair enough. All right. I will have to find those characters. I will have to make a note of that. You guys gain a tier, not a trial. Roll check attack! Coming in with a raid. The tail end. I forgot to turn our raids off. No! Welcome in, everybody! How are you doing? How is your raid? How is everything? Welcome in, Raiders! Thank you for the follow, buzzin'. Get a little shout out here. Welcome in. Thank you for joining us on the raid. If you guys don't know, Roll Chat Attack doing some tabletop role playing. How was your stream? How was everything? Hopefully it went well. How did everything go? If you guys don't know, Roll Chat Attack is a you guys do French, right? Is it France? French? I want to say French. Pathfinder. They do Pathfinder.
Very cool.
If I recall. But we met them a couple weeks back. And yeah, go and check them out. Roll a Chat Attack. Tabletop role-playing French from Quebec. That's right. From Quebec. I remembered the French part. But I couldn't remember if it was Canadian or France French. But welcome on in. Thank you guys so much for joining us. We're just getting to our tail end of the next edition of the Old School 3. I almost said Claimer's Conquest. Old School 3 campaign. I'm just giving out rewards. So you, the players, hit the next tier. Regardless of trials, you hit your next tier. So if this took you 2 trials to get to the next tier, then both of them count as this adventure.
Okay.
This is called the Abbey, the Iamadean Abbey adventure, which is technically part of the Ashes of Dawn adventure path, which is part of the Carrying Crown storyline. But a lot of the stuff in the Carrying Crown actually ties into a lot of the shit that I wanted to do. So there we go. I've opted it from that. Hello, Quebec. Hello. So yeah, and I don't remember how many trials you guys are at.
We were one away from going on.
Okay.
Yeah. So we're now 5
so
tiers.
You gain a trial instead of multiple trials. I couldn't remember. I didn't look. And you all also level.
Oh, sweet.
You get both. There is another reward, and I haven't finished finalizing it because I haven't gotten time. And essentially what it is you're getting legacy points is what they're called. And it is a mechanic that I have created that allows you specifically to, you'll be taking the legacy points and you'll be able to apply things to your character that are specifically from past lives characters.
Oh, okay.
I haven't figured out exactly how many legacy points you're getting. I want to say it's going to be 5, but don't quote me on that. And they'll be used to give yourself spell-like abilities, class abilities. If you save up the points, it can give you like extra like mythic powers and stuff like that as well. You can also spend them to get feats, but they have to be things specifically from past characters. If it doesn't translate, so say you're like, I had this thing in Deadlands, I'd like to get that, talk to me, I will create something that assimilates that and tell you how many points it will cost.
Cool.
So like if it's a class ability, you're like, yeah, I wish I had the the 3rd edition class ability that doesn't exist. I will tell you how many points that will cost. I have a system somewhat set up, and it was like 1st through 3rd level spells is the level in points. So if you like pick a 3rd level spell, it's double the thing, or it's the cost. And then if it was like 4th through 6th was double. So if you pick 4, it would cost 8 points. If you pick a 6th level spell, it costs 12 points. So on and so forth. It's something along those lines. That way it helps you to pick lower level spells as spell-like abilities, but they have to be, again, things that your previous characters had. So for Matt, like, his character in Deadlands was able to teleport, so he could take, like, teleport so many times per day, or dimension door, or like some sort of ability that goes along with those. So think about some of the abilities your other characters had, and some of the things that you think would be cool, even if they don't have rules for them in Pathfinder. And I will tell you, I will come up with some points of how much points those would cost you.
Awesome.
So, and I'm thinking I'm going to be giving you guys 5 points for your first legacy ability. And that just is on top of that. So that way you can kind of be like, yes, you have your mythic points, but it still doesn't encapsulate, like, I remember how to do the shit that I did back when. It does some of it because you can use it to get the extra die 6 or die 8 points and stuff like that. So it's a little bit something, but I didn't want it to be something that was going to, like, break the game. And I please ask you to do it from a role-playing aspect, not from a game-breaking aspect.
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
Because it is specifically because I wanted a little bit more story and a little bit more tie of, like, you guys remember how to do shit you used to be able to do. So,
gotcha.
So that's that, and I'm going to kind of just open it up to that conversation. I have some stuff written down, but again, it's been so busy the last month or two with our house stuff and everything that it's just, I haven't had time to narrow it down. And I did want to get it done by the end of this adventure because it was going to be a reward for this adventure, especially if you guys succeeded in not killing certain characters, making allies with certain characters, succeeding in the wedding thing, and specifically saving the paladin dude. Because if you atone him, you're supposed to get a bonus reward. And so I wanted to make sure that it came from that as well.
Gotcha.
And so that's why I was thinking about 5 points, because there were only like 5 main criteria that I really wanted you to get out of that for this. So awesome. With that being said, I know we just got raided by Roll Chack Attack, but we were just getting to the end. So we are also going to raid out to a friend of ours of some sort. Let me see. Who doth thou'st is on? I don't know why I'm talking in those words. Who is on? Who haven't I? First, I want to see if there's any Movember people on. That's first and foremost. And I don't see any Movember people on. So then I'm going to follow up with somebody else. Let's see here. Oh, we're going to go. I know we're going to go raid. Not that I haven't raided them recently. Oh, they're all done too. They're also done. Never mind. We're not going to go there either. Son of a gun.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? I'm just going to go to stream team member Tux. Tux is doing Power Wash Simulator with Missy B. Apparently they have like a co ability for that. So we're going to raid on over to Tux. Thank you guys so much for being here. You can use my raid emotes, your raid emotes, anybody's raid emotes. Just make sure your voices are heard. Say hello to Tux. Show your support. And we will see you down the road. I will be back tomorrow. I've got no fucking clue what I'm doing tomorrow. Tomorrow's Thursday. I've no idea. Stick around. Maybe I'll just be playing more shooty pew-pew games. I don't know. I hadn't thought that far ahead. And Friday is Friday at noon Central. We've got a special podcast. It's a pre-record for our December 22nd episode. December 23rd podcast. I won't be there, so we're pre-recording it this Friday, noon Central, live here on stream with Rodney Thompson, who did the Star Wars Saga games. He did a lot of 3rd edition books. He made the Lords of Waterdeep board game and so many other things. Rodney Thompson joining us this Friday, noon Central Time, right here on Epic Realms for the December 23rd episode of the podcast. Take care, guys. Good night, and we'll see you down the road.